The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I got it. Let's get naked.
No, we are not doing that, Patrick. We're not doing that. We get instantly flagged on YouTube if we did that.
Well, we've already tried that already, so.
Wonder how that turned out.
Oh yeah, that turned out like the biggest fucking. I don't even know what I'm saying half this damn time now. I don't even know what I have to say. Oh.
Okay.
I could say this. I guess I could get out this discussion right now because everybody seems to be talking about it because a sequel to 2 movies that we've reviewed has a 3rd movie coming out. I was waiting for a trailer to come out because I thought I was thinking about this movie earlier last week because I was thinking to myself, are they gonna fucking delay this movie because it's been almost 3 months before the movie comes out and we have no trailer? Are they gonna push it back? But no, it seems like they're not going to push it back. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is still coming out around Christmas time, and they just released the trailer today. And
I watched it.
While I haven't seen the trailer, I don't really watch trailers for movies anymore. I don't really do that much anymore because they always ruin everything, to be honest. But
well, I'll just say this, not to give out anything, just to point out, I think that it is. I hopefully it succeeds. The 2nd movie in the box office.
I don't know if it's gonna make $1 billion, but I think it's going.
No.
Well.
I mean, no. I don't think it's gonna beat that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think that it. That I
in
hope
terms of quality, not in terms of box office. I see.
What I'm talking, yeah, quality does matter, when it comes to.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I was talking purely on a financial level because it's coming out close to Christmas. Kids will be out of school, for the holidays and things, and that's a benefit compared to say when the last week came out in April. I think spring break had already happened by the time the 2nd movie already came out. So, yeah, I'm just, so I think it's gonna do well.
Yeah, it will.
And they need to improve off of Knuckles because Knuckles as a miniseries I've heard very mixed things about, mainly because they treat Wade as the focus. And if you saw the review of the 1st movie, I said that I rewatched. I said this in the 2nd review for the 2nd movie. I said that Wade irritated the shit out of me. So having him as the focus of an entire miniseries, yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about that. But I still haven't watched it yet. Yeah, but I think they need to kind of focus in.
Why don't you focus on your judgment of what you see instead of other people?
I know, but again, humor is very subjective, and I've made it clear. They improved about the humor in the 2nd movie, but in the 1st movie, the humor is all over the place, and I made that very clear. And with the 2nd movie,
nothing wrong with that.
The 2nd movie, because with comedies. With me, I like it to be a little more focused. I don't like it to be all over the place, hitting the kitchen floor. No, that's not the saying. Hitting everything with the kitchen sink. But hopefully, I feel like now, at least from what I'm seeing, they're gonna take it in a little bit of a darker direction, a little bit darker, which I appreciate. And I think that. To me, people said that they want more Sonic movies. I think this should be the last.
Yeah, because
at 3.
I think
everything should to be like Valve. Oh wait, Valve doesn't count to 3. Excuse me.
Because again, I think I agree because this should only be a trilogy, if anything else. But if they were going to make more Sonic movies, they might have to do a different, trilogy altogether. Like with a different name.
Here's the thing, though. You can't overstay its welcome sometimes.
Yes, that's
in
the
terms of
fear.
So
I say
let it be. Let it be a trilogy.
Let it be.
Exactly.
Just be like the Beatles.
And
let it
besides,
be.
if you want, and you know what? Here's the thing: if they want to make spin-offs or whatever, that's fine. Just do it like series, like they did with Knuckles, because Knuckles didn't need a movie.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that, but yeah. What do you think about Keanu Reeves as Shadow?
I think he's perfect for the role.
Perfect.
Really? Because I Keanu Reeves, I think could see Blade Shadow, but I would like, remember when the rumors were coming out and there people were saying, oh, it's gonna be Hayden Christensen. I thought like, no, that's perfect, Hayden Christensen. But then, thinking about Keanu Reeves again, one, he's a more established name. It doesn't help that both of them are Canadian, but with Keanu, he's a bigger name. People love him. He's got a career resurgence as of late with the John Wick franchise. And with Shadow, he has the voice for it. He certainly has the voice for it. If you ever seen John Wick and the way he talks, I think he has the voice for it. So I think they made a good choice.
Let's not forget. Well, then again, hold on a second. I don't know if you were there or not, but I heard rumors. Now, not like going off the topic for a bit, but I heard that I think Keanu Reeves was talked or suggested of taking the role as Saul in that that in that series that shall not be named anymore. Well, you know what I think?
Silent. What?
Vic, you know what I think?
What?
He dodged a bullet on that one.
Yeah, ha ha ha. He dodged a bullet, Matrix. Ha
Really?
ha ha. Very funny. Very funny. Very
And I thought
funny.
the one pun joke was only a pun.
Very funny.
I thought,
Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
Okay. Let's see. When it comes down to Paramount, they need a win with this movie because Paramount has just been in the shitter ever since the Skynet.
I think they'll do fine. If it can, like, here's the thing. If the story looks good, which I think it's going to be, and if they make enough money like they did with the last film in box office and all that and grossing, like the last film with Sonic 2, maybe. We might have ourselves a perfect trilogy.
Yeah.
In fact, let me ask you something. When was the last time we had a perfect video game trilogy based up like
well,
movie?
Not trilogy,
video game,
but I'll tell you a video game movie.
Hold on a second. Let me rephrase that. When was the last time we had a movie trilogy based off a video game franchise?
Let's see. In terms of video game franchises that got movies,
in a trilogy.
Three movies. I'm gonna say three movies, trilogy, whatever.
I can't think of anything.
Fucking thing. I think it's the first because Mortal Kombat only had two. Reboot, if you count the reboot, that's three, but I don't consider that part of a trilogy. That's a reboot.
No. So technically,
by the way, I saw the original Mortal Kombat 1995 literally the other day. I think I watched it on Friday. It's awful. It's so bad.
What?
It's awful.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
It's shit. It's shit.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's a guilty pleasure.
It's cheap looking.
Let me tell you something about Mortal Kombat. The first one in 95, sure, there are things in there that may not be, up to par. But then again, this was 1995 we're talking about.
1995 and the CGI is unacceptable for 1995. And I'll tell you why.
You want to talk about unacceptable CGI and all that stuff?
Reptile
looked like ass.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point. But
he looked like a freaking.
He wasn't the main focus of the film.
Yes, but the CGI for him is fucking terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
It was the 90s, yeah. See, Hunter, get it.
Apollo 13 came out the same year, and that used CGI better. They have no excuse.
Well, to be fair,
I mean, he's got a point.
Watch the shuttle launch. That is totally CGI, and it still looks amazing. Look at Toy Story, also came out in 95, entirely made by CGI, and still holds up.
He's got a point.
And not only that, that's not even the worst part about it. I feel like the characters are not very well developed. The acting is very, the martial, because most of the actors that they got, most of them, not all of them, were martial artists, and they are very good when it comes to the fights. But when it comes to them trying to act, not good. It's to the point where in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, they recasted almost half, like 2/3 that damn cast got recasted. The guy who played Liu Kang came back. The guy who played the chick who played Katana came back, and no one else did.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you right now. The other thing about Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the fact that there is no legitimate excuse to defend that movie. I mean,
It's
sure,
awful.
there are.
I think it's
So bad.
The thing is, I mean, sure, there can be fight scenes that are good, but then again, most of the choreography can be a little bit, overrated. And plus, there are also
I don't think it's overrated. I think it's poorly choreographed. I think the fight scenes look terrible.
But then there's also the fact that they killed off Johnny Cage, and it hadn't been 10 minutes past the first 10 minutes.
The 5-minute mark.
And you know why? I think I can understand why. Well, the guy who originally played Johnny Cage in the last film didn't accept, because I think he saw what was going to happen and he backed out. And I don't blame him.
And like, for example, other things with going back to the 95 film now, I think the only good effect in that movie was Goro, because that was practical.
That's the only person that's the only thing that I got to give credit for.
The same guys who worked on the Predator suits and the Xenomorphs in AVP, they worked on Goro. And
I actually thought Goro was amazing.
They look very good. It's just that you can't see fucking anything in that second movie, because that movie, AVP, that's a different conversation for another time.
Now, and here's the thing. And after 95, I mean, say what you want about what you think of it. I think it's good. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's your opinion, okay? But I will say this: if there's one film I do not like in regards to the duology, it's obviously Annihilation.
Annihilation is an objectively worse movie. It's an objectively worse movie because because
here's the thing: they were supposed to have a trilogy of them, like those Mortal Kombat films, and then another one, but they never got to it because they were already doing Mortal Kombat Conquest, and that's a C, not a K.
Yeah, that's a series. That's a series.
Yeah, they were trying to do that, but they could. But for some reason, they had everything planned for season 2, but it never got ironed out with the details for TNT. On top of that, the third film, I mean, whatever happened, I guess that must have bumped off. Just like season 2.
Annihilation, I believe, underperformed at the box office. I believe that's what happened. It underperformed. I don't think it flat out bombed, but Annihilation fucking didn't do very well. I
didn't say that it bombed. I'm just saying what I'm telling you, why there wasn't a third film.
Budget for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, believe it or not.
Plus, here's the thing: they already gotten rid.
That's disgusting.
I mean, if they were going to make a third film, obviously they're going to have to go with the whole Shinnok story, but the problem is they couldn't. I mean, again, I don't know if Shinnok was even made before Mortal Kombat 4 came out.
And the sequel, apparently, yes, you're right. The guy who played Liu Kang had a 3-picture deal with New Line to do a third, 3 Mortal Kombat movies. And Threshold Entertainment, who produced these first 2 movies, it was scheduled to commence shortly after Annihilation. So I guess it was supposed to come either 98 or 99. And they were shelved because Mortal Kombat Annihilation did so terribly in terms of the critic reviews and the audience reception. So yeah.
Obviously, for the right reasons why it shouldn't have gotten developed after that. Because again, if your movie does not make that good, with the audience and reception, then I'm sorry, you're not going to get a sequel, because, I mean, what's next? Will you give us another pile of shit to watch?
And apparently they wanted to get it off the ground. They almost got it off
the ground. By the way, I have a theory. The third film would have been released in 99 because of the way they had this 2-year, every 2 years type deal, like they're doing with Sonic,
Yeah, but, although with Sonic, I believe it's been, no, excuse me. I thought it was good 3 years, but no. With Sonic 2,
no, every 2 years. 2020, 2022. I thought
there was 3
now
years
2024.
Even
though it's pushed to December, which we can have our opinions on that.
2.5 years, that's not bad.
Yeah.
2.5 years is not bad. But when it comes down to it, apparently Mortal Kombat 3, if it was to be made, apparently they got a lot of shit done in 2005, and they were going to shoot it in 2005. But then Hurricane Katrina happened, and they were going to shoot in Louisiana, so they got fucked there because of Hurricane Katrina.
Yep.
So, and then after that, Midway went bankrupt in 2009. Actually, a bankruptcy court saw Lawrence Kasanoff, who was the producer of the first two movies. He sued Midway, and mentioning a third film was in the works. However, Warner Brothers acquired Midway, including the Mortal Kombat license. Then they rebooted, and the reboot's not fucking good either. So just stick with Mortal Kombat Legends and be fucking done with it.
Let me just say this for the record. Mortal Kombat, the franchise, originally died after Armageddon.
When was that?
2006.
2006.
That game.
You know what? Like I said, you are like William. Look at me. You are entitled to your opinion. I can respect that. But the thing is, I actually like Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and it's not. And you know what? It's both with gameplay, it's conquest, and on top of that, it's got the largest roster that you've ever had in a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, with this type of game, I feel like this is like, even though I haven't played it, this is like one of those types of things where it's just like, it's quantity over quality.
That's what I've heard. I think I saw a retrospective talking about Mortal Kombat Annihilation one time and saying that they put so many features in that damn game, they didn't focus on the damn quality.
No.
Yeah, or a story even for them.
Armageddon, not Annihilation.
Yeah, I know Armageddon. Excuse me. Did I say Annihilation? Armageddon.
Yeah, you did. You were. I mean, you
That's
had.
Right. Lawrence Kasanoff directed Food Fight. That's the thing he did after. Food Fight took so many years, and Food Fight's considered one of the worst films of all time.
But I'm gonna just say this.
Charlie Sheen, what were you thinking?
I'm just gonna say this for the Warner Brothers reboot of the franchise as a whole. As of late, what they've been doing with certain changes, they're f***ing up big time. I mean, I'm not gonna get political or be like whatever. But
okay.
Or anything else. The thing is, if you like do things that really fuck up the story of Mortal Kombat, especially when you're trying to do something different, like after once you got Mortal Kombat 12, it was like as if it was already deader than it already was. Now 9 and 10 Mortal Kombat, those were pretty decent games. But after that, it's all downhill.
I think 11 was actually pretty damn good. 11,
Yeah, that's the one where everything, like time, like the hourglass, this, that, and the third. I mean, like, it was like as if they already did this to, reboot all the Mortal Kombat games from the first one to the third one, like in 9. Like, what was the whole point, And then, like, everything's so confusing after that because it messes up the time frame.
So great, it turned into Lost.
Plus, we'll never know. We'll never have like the Armageddon storyline with that Blaze thing. You know why? Because again, that was supposed to be the final battle.
Oh, that's right. Good thing the director of Mortal Kombat Annihilation bounced back with Annabelle and Wish Upon.
Oh, Annabelle and Wish Upon. Oh dear Jesus, just as
yeah,
bad.
Speaking of Tyler Calvert, I recently watched his review of the Crow remake that just came out.
My
like,
God, it bombed.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
Hey, Lionsgate, keep bombing. You're a bomb factory. Megalopolis will bomb even harder because that shitty marketing campaign used AI to think that Coppola is some misunderstood genius when he made The Godfather, even though The Godfather was critically acclaimed from the very beginning. So eat shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't give me like this AI freaking bullshit that you're gonna be putting in your freaking trailers, Francis Ford Coppola.
Let's not forget.
Wow, he's fucking full of himself.
His ego is blowing through the Mount Everest. That's how bad his ego was.
Let's not forget, William. You love me hard, so love me harder. That has to be the worst dialogue in a movie I think I have ever heard.
Okay. I don't know what's worse, that quote or every single quote in Man on Web.
Oh, Jesus. But, like, when it comes
then again, this is a remake of a masterpiece that was done, like, nearly 2 decades ago, so I'm saying that's worse.
It's a great film, but I don't know if I'd go so far to say Crow is a masterpiece, but it's a great film. It's a great film.
Yeah, it's a great film. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece.
Think because the reason why I think is because Alex Proyas' next movie,
and you know what? Here's the thing. I heard that it's good. I heard that's good, but here's the thing. I hope you guys don't castrate me for this. I've never seen the first Crow movie back 20 years ago, but
I'm not gonna kill you for it.
So
his ego's not even as hard as Gary and Romy's farts.
I'm planning on watching it soon myself, but I'm not going to watch the remake, okay? Because I've heard
at least what I could tell you in terms of Crow movies. Watch the first one, and if you want to watch a sequel, do not watch City of Angels. Only watch Salvation. Salvation just got added on Disney Plus by Hulu.
Take the bullet.
And I'm not just saying that because Kirsten's in the movie. I legitimately thought that movie was decent. Okay.
Wait, 30 years ago? Oh,
I'm gonna take the
30 years.
Well, Hunter, excuse me, princess.
Okay, Link.
Actually, to be honest with you, I remember we were talking about the Zelda movie about not too long. I think it was like months ago. You know what I hope happens? What? I hope they use that line. I really hope they do, just for nostalgia purposes. Even if people were like, that was stupid. Well, you know what? I actually want to hear.
As a filmmaker, I don't think he's going to add it.
I think it would be funny. So. I think it'd be funny.
But in terms of like Lionsgate, Jesus Christ, man! Like
Lionsgate,
this year,
Paramount.
Well, Lionsgate especially because every single one of their movies have flopped.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Every single.
And you know what? Hold on a second. What are your thoughts? Okay, Jose, you're gonna keep asking the question. Oh my God.
$1 billion to the internet. Didn't they release $1 billion like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Oh, the international box office. Excuse me. I thought it was like.
I think that's impressive.
I think it is.
Don't apologize. It's okay. I mean,
it's all right.
we weren't paying attention.
It's all good.
We weren't paying attention, and you know what? We should have, because it is worth talking about.
Yeah, it made
I think that it is good because. I mean, Inside Out 2, I mean, if you have a sequel to a movie that was done like almost 10 years ago, I mean, not gonna lie, I mean, if it knocks it out of the park, then it's doing good.
Yeah. Okay. I actually recently saw Inside Out 2 when I was able to get it online.
It's on digital now, so it might
outstanding.
Outstanding? That's good. And Rupert Sanders, oh my God, I don't know what kind of things Rupert Sanders, the director of the Crow remake, has said, but apparently he doesn't know how to shut his fucking mouth. I don't know what he said. If anybody can tell me, please, I would like to know.
Yeah, Hunter, you know better than me. Hunter, if you can post it in a quote.
Thank you. I would appreciate
that. By the way, another thing I want to talk about real quick, about what Romy and Austin said yesterday regarding to the show that shall not be named again on this program. I agree with them 100% with what they said.
I'm waiting for the Crow comments.
Because they pretty much, like Romy, said it best. I mean, like the whole norm of when it comes to things nowadays is blaming the audience for, if your show fails,
Well, here's the thing. I think Rupert Sanders, speaking of which, I remember the comment now. The Crow remake with the director, he pulled the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because yesterday they were talking about it.
Because I was briefly on the forum talking to the guys, and they told me about Rupert Sanders.
Yeah,
and I was just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And to be honest with you, I thought everything that Rupert was saying, I cannot believe the horse shit that he was even spewing out, saying
Rupert
that
Sanders is kind of a hack filmmaker. He got lucky with Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yes.
That was a really good movie. But then after that, Ghost in the Shell was ass. The original, I don't like the original Ghost in the Shell at all either.
The remake was just as
boring as the original. And then now he comes out like what? 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 6 years later to do this movie. And he's like, oh no, I'm blaming the audience. Yeah, it opened in 8th place. 8th place.
Hey, Rupert Sanders, what does that tell you?
8th place.
It just proves that he's into his own ego.
Didn't that open in 8th place as well? Jesus Christ, Lionsgate's unlucky number is number 8.
Like the guy's ego is so big, it's bigger than a zip code.
I thought
I thought he should have been in director jail a long time ago. Ever since he was like he had the affair with Kristen Stewart. He was like, I'm feeling like he's gonna go to director jail. But then
the Coraline re-release made
Coraline.
Coraline, yeah, that's what it said.
That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Coraline, the movie Coraline, the stop motion one.
Yeah. Leica.
That made more money than The Crow. That's fucking hysterical.
What does that tell you even more, Rupert Sanders? You fucking clown.
This is all I'm going to say right
just
here.
about as much of a clown.
This is all I'm going to say right here. Lionsgate,
go fuck yourself.
And Disney. I mean, regardless about Inside Out, but still with Disney, with what they're having to deal with as of late, keep up. And as for Warner Brothers, and that includes you, David.
Warner Brothers especially go fuck themselves. Warner Brothers are the worst.
David Zaslav, along with Warner Brothers,
fucking head in.
like again, keep
on. I can definitely see you getting your sledgehammer.
Warner Brothers.
Otherwise, you're.
Warner Brothers. I mean, because of Deadpool and Alien, Disney is a much better place than fucking Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers.
Because I think everything in a nutshell, it like with all that, they're all. That's all they are.
David Zaslav is killing that fucking studio to
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? I also heard something recently, and credit to Jose for this. He sent me this yesterday. It turns out that Kathleen Kennedy, the bane of my existence, is going to be the president of Lucasfilm up until 2025 of Q2.
The second quarter, mind you, with.
And you know what? You know what I say to that? That's good. And you know why? I'm a very patient man. I can wait that long.
One project that's coming out in 2025 in terms of Star Wars, at least in
I know that, but here's the thing. I got no problem with waiting that long because the clock,
here's the thing,
the clock is ticking against her. And when it goes to zero, it's done. We don't have to deal with that bitch no more.
Here's how I feel about Kathleen. As a producer when she was with Amblin, she was a phenomenal producer. When she was at Amblin, Jurassic Park, E.T., fucking Twister, all responsible for those.
Mm-hmm.
At Amblin, she was amazing. Now, at Lucasfilm, she's practically divided everyone. It's turned into a big fat political culture war, which I don't even want to get into right now. It's turned to a fucking ridiculous.
Well, it's turned friends on each other, man. And you got
here's what I need for Lucasfilm to do. I don't give a shit who I offend when it comes to this stuff. They need to go dormant for 15 years. They need to go away for 15 years. Don't do anything Star Wars. Don't do anything Indiana Jones related. Don't do anything Willow related.
I think Indiana Jones is done for now.
I know, but they're gonna try and fucking reboot that shit. I know, but the fucking
I cannot see that being rebooted. I really can't.
But, I mean, okay, here's the thing.
How are you gonna ruin the legacy of Indiana Jones since 1981?
Like, here's the thing. Harrison Ford. I mean, here's the thing.
Oh, I don't think Kathleen Kennedy did produce The Sixth Sense. She did do The Sixth Sense. She did.
Yes.
She did.
Yes.
So again, at Amblin and our own production company before she joined Lucasfilm, she was an objectively great producer. It's only now.
Very true. Very true. Hold on, I'm not gonna watch that Young Jedi bullshit on Disney Plus. You're doing yourself a favor, Jose. And by the way, thank you for renewing that for a second season, Kathleen. You stupid cunt.
I think Dave Filoni would have been an executive producer on that too. But in terms of
But by the way, David, please send this to my mother so I can get in trouble more. Please, because after all, it's bad enough that I had my ass beaten last week on Wednesday.
David,
oh, that's right. Listen, you weren't there for that because you were in hiding.
I was there.
Yeah, he was there. You could have yourself a gay old time. No homo.
You know what, David? The next time you send shit like that to my best friend Jordy, I'm gonna smack you as hard as I can.
At the very least, I can say this: I wasn't in my fucking parents' basement.
Well,
James Cameron, go fuck yourself. Anyway,
he's in his parents' basement too. But what does that tell you?
He has a point in terms of yes, we have to talk about that before we go any further. The Sixth Sense and Signs is getting a 4K. Good. They're both getting 4K.
Yes.
These two are the best.
That's
M. Night
funny
Shyamalan
because
movies.
I'm still waiting I'm still waiting for an English dub release of 4K or Blu-ray or DVD of freaking Spy Family Code White, not black. Like, seriously.
But I'm happy because
but you
Disney's
know what?
4K
It doesn't matter what I
output-
think, because I can still wait, for a longevity of time, because I got patience that, that can, that is like, I can wait as long as the next guy and not bitch about it for the next few weeks or months.
So, with that being said, I have a feeling now the 4Ks from the Sony Disney partnership are really going to crank out now, because if the Sixth Sense and Signs are coming, I have a feeling a lot of other stuff is coming. So, my prediction in terms of what other title that they could release on 4K next, I have a strange
By the way,
feeling
Lionsgate
Tombstone-
should call J.G. Wentworth, because
Hey!
cash now.
Hey!
877 cash
Shut
now.
it! Shut
Shut
it!
it!
Shut your mouth!
Shut it!
Shut up! You!
Shut up!
877 cash now.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
No! You do not cut it
You are
off!
tearing me apart, Lisa!
There! Now
I
it's
didn't
fine.
cut you off.
Yes, it did! It got cut off from my end. He got cut off.
Well, I didn't cut it off.
Oh, boo-hoo. Anyway, let's do topic now. We're already 30 minutes
Oh,
in.
I actually rewatched that, rant. Jose, shut the up. Anyway, I rewatched the rant I did, and let me tell you, I mean, you thought, Romy on John Cena winning the 16th title was bad.
Oh, that's like that's the fucking classic. That's a fucking classic.
It's a classic, but what Romy said, I mean, holy shit, like, you could probably say, it's going a little bit too far and all that. Well, thing is, when we had it live and it wasn't edited, I went a little bit too far when it comes to that. What's his name again? Tommy Wiseau?
Tommy Wiseau.
Let me just say this. I mean, I can apologize for what I said, but here's the thing. That guy, what he produced, had to be the most drizzling shit I have ever seen in my life. I mean, first of all, like, your sex scenes didn't have that good music in there. It didn't even have quiet music in there, like, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you also have this three-way, love triangle, and yet half of it didn't make half of Donkey shit. I mean, you know what? Donkey from freaking Shrek makes more sense than this freaking from this film. And to top it all off, I mean, everything from the dialogue all the way to its story, including football in your tuxedo. I mean, I'm telling you.
Let's toss football.
Yeah, toss football.
And he was like tossing underhand.
But you know what? Here's the thing. What would I prefer watching instead? Would I watch The Room or would I watch Young Jedi Adventures? And to be honest with you, I'd say neither. But if I had to choose one and if I was forced to, I'd pick The Room over Young Jedi Adventures. Because at least I know what I'm getting myself into instead of having my intelligence assaulted from a franchise I love. And Kathleen, eat dick.
Like I said before,
Yeah.
I think Star Wars is far too gone. It needs to go away because there's nobody to prove anymore. Because I read this other article, and it said that when it comes to the show shall not mention ever again, that it leads to a debate about how if Star Wars continues, are they just going to pull from the same material over and over and over again, or they're not going to take risks anymore? It's just, to me, literally it's to the point where either be divisive or be divisive. There's no nice medium. It's over. It should have just been a trilogy. Goodbye. It's over. Goodbye.
Just my opinion. If it comes down to taking risks, here's the thing. Telling a story and actually getting me interested is the one thing that helps. Like, that's the one thing I love about Star Wars. They know how to tell a story. But when it came down to that show that shall never be mentioned again, here's the thing. The story in itself, like, me and William have already went through it. Again, there is no logic, And I mean, say what you want about the politics or whatever or anything else.
When you come down to it, take away all the politics, the story is still paper thin.
Yeah. Thank you.
So it's
So
just one of those
my
things
personal
where
opinion, just like, by the way, I got a personal announcement to make because I looked at this recently. You guys know, Wrestling Observer newsletter with that freaking
Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer. I noticed that there's a few things that I've seen in his little Observer newsletter awards that he's like giving a lot to AEW. And I watched the
fucking asshole.
And here's the thing. I saw one where most disgusting promotional tactics. Now, granted, I will agree with the WWE ones the last 2 years. That's just my opinion. However, if they do not put the most disgusting promotional tactic of 2024 of Tony Khan, showcasing the footage from All In last year on Dynamite, if he does not put that as the most disgusting promotional tactic, I will blacklist the Wrestling Observer newsletter entirely.
Also, there's another one that I could mention here. I don't know if it came out. If it was this 2024, I don't remember. But remember with the
we're in 2024.
I know, but I'm like I remember this specific one. Remember with what the fuck's the promotion that Billy Corgan runs with the cocaine?
Oh, NWA.
Yes, with the cocaine.
There's that, but there's all the whole cocaine thing and whatever. But here's the thing. If he doesn't put that, at least like that as a disgusting promotional tactic, I mean, NWA, you could say whatever you want, but that was I don't know. Maybe it was last year. I don't know. But
that's what I'm trying to remember when it happened.
I think the most disgusting promotional tactic when it comes to a national television basis has to go to AEW doing that shit.
I mean, TNT, I remember when the day
TBS.
it happened. No, TBS, excuse me. I forgot Rampage was on TNT. Sorry.
Rampage and Collision.
But when it comes down to Dynamite on TBS, the ratings for that episode went down. Apparently, they wanted it to go up, and they thought it was going to go up, but it actually went down.
Well,
speaking of
which, but like I said, if Meltzer does not put that as the most disgusting promotional tactic, I'm going to blacklist his entire Observer newsletter.
He's not going to put it because he's a fucking... He has his dick inside AEW at all times.
Yeah, up its dick. Dicks
No,
up the ass
too.
Wrestling. Now, here's the thing. I want to first of all say congratulations to Bryan Danielson for winning the AEW World title this past Sunday. Because I thought, again, if they go with the route I was suggesting on R&R, we could be going somewhere with this.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to it, with terms of the stuff that's happening with AEW, and apparently, I don't know if I heard this, did they just sign another deal with Warner Discovery, or has that not happened yet?
I don't know. No, I don't know if that's true or not. I do know.
I don't think I've seen anything about.
I think their deal to end this year or next year.
But when it comes down to it, I don't know if Warner's gonna sign it. I'm gonna be honest with you, considering that their stupid shit they've been pulling, I doubt it. Oh my god, holy shit, we have some breaking news.
What happened?
We have some breaking news. Apparently, Warner Brothers is gonna got sued over something. Michael Crichton, who is the creator of ER. He wrote the initial script that was going to be a movie, and then it got turned into a TV show, which became a very successful show for 15 years. Apparently, he died in 2008. His estate, his family, is suing him because apparently they are repackaging ER and basically almost rebooting it without his permission.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Freaking Warner Bros. Zaslav, you fucked up now. Again. Once again.
The show reportedly titled The Pits. That's what it's called. It might as well be Our Pit. But it's the point where the show literally has Noah Wiley from ER. Apparently it's a Max original. Fuck you. Oh yeah, apparently that's according to Bloomberg, so that's how you know it's fucking legit.
You know what? You know,
What?
I was doing, and you look like you're going,
Oh Jesus!
I sound like a freaking retarded walrus.
So
or
yeah,
something.
that happened over 2 hours ago. Bloomberg made that article, and then
So
also,
yeah, Zaslav, Warner, you've done up again. What
So,
else are
Jordy,
you gonna do?
Speaking of funny stuff,
so apparently,
Oh my God! Let me guess, Jose.
Jose.
oh
Yep.
Jesus,
Yeah, Jose.
meow.
When did this
Obvious.
suddenly turn into a mating season?
Captain Obvious.
Yeah. Apparently,
About the same time
speaking
you
of
give your
Warner,
rankings.
since I'm literally ranting about Warner again,
Hold on a second.
the NBA has asked a judge to dismiss the lawsuit filed by Warner Brothers Discovery because of the NBA rights. Wow, Warner. How about if you're gonna get the NBA back? Why don't you put up a fight? They're not even putting up a fight with the NBA. They're just being chicken shit because they know the NBA has so much power over them. Why don't you fight for the damn rights instead of letting Amazon take it all from you? Seriously, you're all know about that. And Michael Crichton's family just sued your ass. Plus this whole NBA situation. Jesus
My
Christ,
goodness,
Warner's in the
amazing,
shitter.
man.
Damn it.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're
when
40
did this
minutes in.
turn-
We haven't even gone through a damn topic yet.
Hold on a second. When did this suddenly turn into a mating season? Well,
I don't know. Probably
think-
asked me because of when I did that mini impression.
I think it turned into a mating season the moment you had seal of mating on your next film.
Oh Jesus! Okay, we're moving on to topics.
Yeah,
now.
I
We're
know.
40
I
fucking
know.
minutes.
I'm an
We're
asshole.
meandering. I apologize.
I'm
you went
sorry
for
if I'm
Jordy.
a big asshole face with no set head, except even though I've proven that I'm more man than Romy. But is that better, Soren?
You know, here's the thing, Jordy. You know what
Holy
kind of asshole
shit.
you are.
Are you kidding me right now? Watch Mojo's website just went down.
I just noticed that. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Yeah, Jose. The Watch Mojo site is shut down today.
I'ma open a new tab.
No
just
more
so I can show
Mojo,
you.
no more Watch Mojo, no more
WatchMojo.com. I have it right
Mojo,
here.
no more
This
Watch
Yes,
Mojo.
that's the same. That's the same one I
what you
got.
get when you type in
That's the same one.
WatchMojo.com.
I got the same one.
No
What a
more
coincidence.
Mojo, no more
Hosting
Mojo, no more
hosting
Mojo, no more
timeout.
Mojo.
Oh
That is
my
Wrong time.
hilarious.
What? Wrong time. You.
Oh God, this is
I
all
had
over
to
the
deal with
place.
this stupid bullshit top 20, 50, whatever, and you say we celebrate when
Unfortunately, I got a
Zaslav
topic
and
for Watch
Rothman leave?
Mojo before
Look,
they
I
went
will
down.
listen. I'm celebrating. They're not.
But I have
Well,
now
I'll
I
find
will
one
celebrate
way.
once
because
that happens too.
I
but
know.
Let me
I got something
celebrate
up
in
my
my
sleeve.
own way. Damn it.
I got something up my sleeve.
Okay, so I do have something up my sleeve because I did go on Watch Mojo's website before it went down. I do have a list, right? So you have to be tortured anyway.
What? No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, I have
It's not
one.
from. It's
Here,
not
I'll
from
show
Watch
you the
Mojo
proof.
JoJo.
I showed you the proof. Let me make sure I have my thing here. Yes, I do. Let me show you. I have it before it went down. I got this article
no.
right here.
Shit! No! No!
You know what? Okay. Oh my god. You fucking asshole, Victor.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm the biggest asshole of everybody.
Oh,
Asshole! Every one of you, assholes!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo. Okay, let's go over that list, shall we? Frankly, we'll see. It's the top. Thank you, Jose. He suggested this. He did the link to this. So Jose did it for me.
Traitor!
Jose did it for me. Jose did it for me. I didn't have to do the work.
I don't know what to say to you anymore.
When did we turn into Kylo Ren?
Oh my god. Top 10.
Well,
TV
Kylo Ren never said
flops.
asshole, so.
Top 10 TV flops from the 2000s that are actually worth watching.
Everybody betray me. I'm fed up with this world.
Oh, I have that clip still here.
Oh yeah, you forgot. Oh, you forgot to play that while I was.
over. Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
Yeah, great timing. Not.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
straight
Jordy's
up
favorite
fed
clip.
up with this world. Okay, we're gonna do this list. These are all this top 10. These are all short-lived TV shows that were canned after only one season, but apparently they're still really good and critically acclaimed. So we're gonna start off with a show I know about. I've never seen this show, but I know about this.
Wait, only by one season, right?
Yeah, only one season.
Okay, because I know
It's
I know
good
the show that
shows.
shall not be mentioned will not be on
It's
that
a
list.
good shows that were critically acclaimed.
Okay. Well, critically acclaimed. Okay, that's okay. I'll give you that.
Number 10, from 2005 to 2006, Invasion. Invasion was a show that aired on ABC.
Never heard of it.
You know what's funny about it? This show premiered. Like this show went at time slot. It aired, I believe, on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. It aired after Lost its second season.
Wow.
More
Wow.
Lost. More excuses. More lies.
Yeah, Jordy's favorite show that he will not be reviewing.
No, it's this. Oh, more excuses, more lies.
No, I'm just saying the circle will not be complete without Jordy reviewing Lost.
Yeah, the full circle. I mean, it almost got full circle, but
Wait,
he ain't
the
finished.
circle will not be complete until I review Lost.
Yeah.
Well, what would you say if I told you that I binge watched all the first 3 seasons?
3 seasons, not 6.
Not enough, Jordy. Not enough.
Yeah,
There's still more of the
excuses, more lies.
yeah, but I did. Yeah, but here's the thing: I'm at season 4, but the problem is, I had to stop because I wanted to take a break.
Well, here's the thing, Jordy. You still have to catch up more of the story.
Anyway, let's talk
I
about
think it's good.
Invasion. Let's talk
It
about
was already
Invasion.
good, when my parents were watching it when they first, originally released it on ABC.
First day. So we're talking about Invasion. It's about a South Florida town that must rebuild after a catastrophic hurricane in amid-odd occurrences. The title
By
of
the way, how
Invasion
you doing, Yoshi?
effectively gives away that extraterrestrials are covertly taking over the community through cloning. There were still 5 seasons planned for this
be right
lucky
back.
mix of Lost and the Invasion of Body Snatchers. That's so they even compared it to Lost. Alas, less than a month after its premiere, Hurricane Katrina devastated the southern U.S. and nation's psyche. ABC's marketing for the disaster job was first reduced and refrained about the carefully plotted sci-fi twist. Although Invasion ended in controversy with 1 season, it captivated a limited audience with smart writing and elaborate drama. The many unresolved cliffhangers shouldn't discourage audiences from seeing a character-driven mystery done right. That is, when its timing is appropriate. Sure, Hurricane Katrina did probably hurt the show, but I think in terms of why it flopped, I think it was simply because people thought it was supposed to be Lost, but not Lost. Like it's literally like the carbon copy of Lost, even though apparently it was very acclaimed. Because Lost in season 2 was at the height of its popularity. So everybody wanted to know what the hell the fucking hatch was. And, then they got that literally in the premiere of the second season. And, the show was still captivating. But anyway.
Yep.
Number 9, a show called Tell Me You Love Me. This aired on HBO in 2007. This boldly naturalistic HBO drama follows the messy lives of 3 couples in therapy, as well as Dr. Mae Foster herself. It wasn't afraid to get intimate with the struggles of everyday people. With that, though, public discussion about the show was dominated by its shockingly realistic discussions and depictions of sex. Despite the scandal and weak ratings, HBO was willing to give the refreshingly mature slice of life drama a second chance. Showrunner Cynthia Mort nevertheless decided to leave it at 1 season because she didn't know how to progress the narrative. So technically, this show got canceled not because of the bad ratings, because HBO did renew it, It's just the showrunner
Oh,
didn't know how to continue it. So that's interesting. That's a very rare occurrence when the people involved don't know how to continue it. Number 8, Kings. This aired on NBC in 2009. I believe this was a mid-season replacement. The story of King David was modernized with a soldier who enters the court of an all-powerful king, navigating political and personal crises. King was a lofty undertaking for NBC, which combined epic world building and operatic writing. Critics were hooked by its daring originality, especially with the always commanding Ian McShane at the helm. It proved to be a much tougher sell to the audiences. NBC already had trouble promoting the show due to its touchy biblical themes. After 3 weeks of underperformance in the ratings, it began airing inconsistently on Saturdays, where shows usually go to die. King's glaceless downfall after only 1 season even prompted the network to walk back projects that were costly. Still, if you like your political thrillers hallowed, King's is a regal experience. That got canceled. Number 7, The Tick, the live-action version from Fox that aired in 2001 to 2002, starring Patrick Warburton as The Tick. 5 years after an animated adaptation of Ben Edlund's superhero satire, The Tick returned to Fox in live action. This stylish sitcom follows the misadventures of the eponymous Kurdish crusader and his meager ward. It was the perfect vehicle for the burly yet lovable Patrick Warburton. It was maybe also too quirky and pricey for its competitive time slot. Warburton himself claimed that Fox never had much investment when the project was produced by a third party. In this case, Sony Pictures Television. The rave reviews couldn't prevent the show's cancellation, but they did give it a legacy. Amazon's take on The Tick years later fervor empowered interest in the Fox version. The Invincible cult following would say it's a blast regardless of the state of the superhero market.
Market.
Flash Forward, which aired in 2009 to 2010, originally was going to be conceived and to air on HBO, but then ABC picked it up after they did another show that did flash forwards. Gee, I wonder which one.
Lost.
It's to the point where Flash Forward also stars Dominic Monaghan, who played Charlie on Lost. The world is bewildered after everyone in it simultaneously loses consciousness for 137 seconds. Disturbing visions suggest that the root of this phenomenon lies in the future. Flash Forward was obviously ABC, capitalizing on the success of Lost. It initially seemed more successful than Invasion. The show was an instant hit with critics and audiences, but ratings drastically declined as the narrative became too convoluted for peak prime time. It's like season 5 of Lost in some ways. ABC ultimately decided it wasn't worth a long-term financial investment. Flash Forward's cancellation was so controversial that fans organized protest campaigns worldwide. Wow. There was protests on the damn streets. One season remains rewarding even for future fans who could only guess what the story's own future might have held. Number 5. Oh my God, this is notorious. This is a notorious cancellation because Fox had a tendency to cancel a lot of shows after its first season, and this one got only canceled. There are only 4 episodes. 4 episodes aired, and they got canned. Wonderfalls. Brian Fuller has never had much luck as a showrunner. Before Pushing Daisies and Hannibal, he and Todd Holland, the director of Fright Night, created Fox's Wonderfalls. Oh, Jesus, it's a double reference. Oh, damn it, Watch Mojo, your puns are ridiculous. The quirky dramedy follows an Ivy League educated philosopher who works at a Niagara Falls souvenir shop where figurines come to life with cryptic instructions. Such imaginative storytelling and lovable characters quickly won over a loyal audience, however limited. The show had inconsistent ratings with just 4 episodes aired before a 4-month hiatus and an underpromoted time slot change. The already niche fable didn't really stand a chance. Just like all of Brian Fuller's ill-fated masterpieces, it has a strong cult following that never got over its cancellation. Unfortunately, Brian Fuller's career is now over because he got sexual allegations. He got fired off the Crystal Lake project.
Oh man.
Not Hannibal. Go fuck yourself, Brian Fuller. You're like, he's basically like the Greg Weisman, but of live action programming. But it turns out he's a piece of shit, so I don't feel bad anymore. Fuck him. More excuses. More lies.
There you go.
Where'd you get that from?
Number 4, The Black Donnellys from NBC, aired in 2007. Paul Haggis, who was another piece of shit, he also got Me Too'd. And Robert Mursko followed the Oscar-winning Crash, fuck Crash, by joining the syndicate of prestige gangster TV, inspired by the Irish-Canadian clan of the same name. The Black Donnellys was an elaborate saga of immigrant culture and organized crime in Hell's Kitchen, New York. So is Daredevil going to make an appearance?
Okay, so I just got my movies in, and yeah, I'll be able to showcase them once it gets to my turn. But go ahead, Victor.
It was a tricky drama to pull outside of cable with more narrative ambition than a network audience could get behind. Plummeting ratings led to NBC canceling and pulling the star-studded series halfway through its first season. The remaining episodes could only be watched online or on DVD. The Black Donnellys also polarized critics, but those who appreciated its unique culture and tension love it. Number 3. Oh my god, another Fox show. Undeclared, which aired from 2001 to 2002. Created by Judd Apatow. Yes, the 40-year-old virgin Judd Apatow. And Knocked Up. And This Is 40. Among other things. Freaks and Geeks. The 2000s began bitterly for fans of NBC's coming-of-age dramedy Freaks and Geeks, but Judd Apatow delivered a worthy successor in Fox's Undeclared. But naturalistically raunchy humor and heart in the lives of aimless college students won critical acclaim. It even seemed to do well in the ratings. Behind the scenes, though, it was a mess between production network conflict and disorganized scheduling. 9/11 also had a sudden impact on America's pop culture climate. Still, Fox's own mismanagement was mostly responsible for Undeclared's expulsion after one season. It nonetheless considered a massive stepping stone for a now esteemed cast and the single-cam sitcom genre in general. The show's quality makes it a staple for must-see cult TV. So, the ratings were good at first, but then 9/11 fucked it up, and then, of course, Fox always micromanaging shows it doesn't give a shit about. Jesus Christ, Fox. I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Firefly is number 1. I swear to God. It's coming to the point where it's probably going to be Firefly. Because it's the most notorious cancellation they ever did. But first, number 2. Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, which aired on NBC from 2006 to 2007. This was created by Aaron Sorkin, believe it or not. NBC was fully invested in Aaron Sorkin's follow-up to the long-running masterpiece, The West Wing. Even though The West Wing was done by a new showrunner by season 5, but still.
There he goes.
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip moved the snappy workplace drama to the White House to an SNL-style sketch comedy show. It was a promising debut, praised for its colorful ensemble and satire of politics within and beyond a television network. The thing is, there was another show that aired on NBC that was very similar. This was a drama, but there was a comedy that had a very similar concept. You might have heard of it. It's called 30 Rock.
That sounds so familiar.
30 Rock debuted that same season to the same praise. Both shared a market for NBC and made up for declining ratings with critical acclaim. With lower viewership and higher production costs, Studio 60 fell to the business it deconstructed. It was a costly folly for the network and Sorkin, but the latter's fans could rely on the material itself. So 30 Rock survived, and it ran, I believe, for 7 seasons, despite the low ratings. And now, some honorable mentions. The TV adaptation of 10 Things I Hate About You that aired on ABC Family from 2009 to 2010. I don't even know why they even made a TV show of this fucking movie.
They should have just left it alone. Like there's no real reason.
Different story, different cast. It was more of a drama compared to the movie. The movie is a comedy, but this is more of a drama. So I kind of disagree on that. I don't know. Next one, The Dresden Files, which aired on Sci-Fi in 2007. Next one, Gideon's Crossing from 2000 2001. When did it air? Where it aired on? I'm going to check when Gideon's Crossing aired. Where did it air?
Gideon's Crossing. I would not be familiar. I'm guessing it's probably like in the 90s or something like 2000s.
ABC. It aired on ABC. Holy shit! Matt Reeves directed the pilot of this show? Holy shit!
The Matt Reeves.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Damn.
Apparently only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess the full season did air, but it just got canceled. At least it got a full season. Jesus. Next one. The Unusuals. It was a dramedy created by Noah Hawley.
Noah Hawley?
The creator of the new Alien TV show.
Alien Earth.
And that was on ABC. Next up, Journeyman from 2007. That aired on NBC. And now, number 1, which is not Firefly.
Oh my God!
However, this is just about as notorious. This is very notorious. This is notorious for its cancellation and its story behind it. You'll know once I say the word. Number 1 is Jericho. Jericho was a show that had such a dedicated cult following. On CBS, I believe this aired on. Yes, it did. It starred Skeet Ulrich. And it took place in a Kansas town, and there was a nuclear attack, and it was a post-apocalyptic kind of show. CBS's Jericho came long before the boom of post-apocalyptic TV. On top of the blockbuster drama's niche market, especially during the War on Terror, a writer's strike. Oh, geez, the writer's strike also affected them. And video piracy scandal effectively blew the ambitious investment. This was notorious for about the next sentence I'm about to read, because Jericho was canceled after the first season. And you know what the fans did? The fans of Jericho literally sent mail to CBS's mailing department, literally sending them peanuts. No joke. They sent millions of peanuts to them. They were pissed off. This is a real story. This is a real story.
Peanuts. Were they borrowed from freaking Timmy the Mouse?
I know what that means. It means.
Can you share with the audience?
The reason why they sent them peanuts is the way they're throwing peanuts at them.
They probably borrowed the peanuts from Timmy the Mouse.
That's why they did that. Because they threw peanuts.
The official reason why they
peanuts.
That has to be the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. But that's an actual fact when you think about it.
Yes, Jordy.
So what
peanuts.
What happened was
peanuts.
So what happened was the reason why they sent peanuts to CBS's department. They sent it to CBS headquarters because they referred to a scene in the season 1 finale where Skeet Ulrich's character repeats General Anthony McAuliffe his historic phrase "nuts" from the Battle of the Bulge, which was a battle that took place in World War II in 1944 to 1945. The peanuts and other proceeds of the donations were donated to charities, including the rebuilding effort of Greenburg, Kansas. In response, Nina Tassler, the CBS president at the time, acknowledged the response, and she said, quote, "We hope to develop a way to provide closure to the Jericho story." CBS officials acknowledged the campaign was the largest ever seen using digital means to protest the show's cancellation. Leslie Moonves, the head of CBS, who is also a piece of shit, fuck you, acknowledged that he was filtering emails from Jericho fans, while Senior Vice President of Communications, Chris Enters, said, "You have to tip your hat to the ability to get attention and make some noise." Eventually, the show got revived for a second season as a result in 2000. That premiered in mid-season 2008. However, it got canceled again after the second season. And this time, it didn't work. So the story was continued via comics. And that's the story of Jericho. That's a crazy story, but all of what I said was real about Jericho. It's nuts, no pun intended.
It's crazy. Like I honestly, hope that Firefly was even mentioned. That's what I'm surprised it's not mentioned.
Firefly, like, people got so angry they had to make the movie.
Oh yeah, because Serenity. No, we're not talking about the 2019
that
movie.
A piece of shit, by the
but
way. The 2019 one, I mean.
That other Serenity movie was supposedly the conclusion to the Firefly series.
So yeah, that's the story of Jericho. Let's see if Watch Mojo's website went back up. I want to see.
Oh my gosh! Like, I cannot believe it. What I just heard.
Oh my god!
I cannot believe
that story was legitimate. I mean, wow. Yes, it does sound like an Onion headline. It does sound like something that the Onion would say, or the Onion would do in this matter. Why is my internet not working? Oh wait, Watch Mojo's still down. Forget it.
Yeah, you might as well just say dead.
That's it for me. William, you can go now because you said you had something.
Alrighty, so I got 2 4Ks to show you. Now this one, it just came out just now, and I was able to get it. Well, I unwrapped, the ceiling because the disc wouldn't stay sturdy inside.
Wait, so the disc was loose?
It came out like, honestly. Sometimes when I order 4Ks, sometimes the disc would come loose, and how shake the
whole
case
shaking.
I would pay attention to all that shit. Like, I'm very neat. But anyways, this first 4K I got is one of my favorite films of the year, and that is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I still need to get it, but I'm saving money right now.
This is the the steelbook that I got because I want the 4K and the Blu-ray. But Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is an incredible film, easily one of my favorite films of the year, and I think it'll definitely stay in my top 10 by the end of the year.
I think it's still in my top 5. What a wonderful day!
And can we just talk about the visuals, because this has to be the most visually stunning film of the year.
The best looking film of the year.
I'm sorry, Dune Part 2. I love you and your visuals.
Shit out of Dune Part 2 in terms of the visual department. You fucking kidding me?
I love you, but Apes seals the deal in terms of the visual presentation of what this movie gave us. And Wes Ball, man,
he's a brilliant director.
He is a wonderful director, no pun intended. But
have you even seen Maze Runner?
I actually have not seen the Maze Runner movies yet.
Well, I think the Maze Runner proved that he could handle this movie. I think, Wes Ball is ever since I saw the Maze Runner movies, that's why I had faith in him taking on Zelda. That's why I had faith in him.
I do too. But yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is an incredible film.
Yes, it is.
And the last one that I got is another one of my favorite films of the year. And honestly, the more I think about this movie, the more I just grow to love this movie even more. When I first saw it in theaters, and this is gonna be, I think it might be my top 5 or 10 or 6, give or take. But anyways, this is Alex Garland's Civil War.
I thought you already had it.
Okay, here's the thing though. I was originally gonna buy this. Here's the thing. I bought this Amazon exclusive.
Again.
I bought this off of eBay. Okay, and
eBay.
I was thinking, what? I was originally thinking about getting from Amazon, but you know what? I think I might as well wait for the a few more dollars off of it, so I could just really own it.
I get that.
Yeah, but Civil War is an incredible film, and if this is the way to, if it was the way that Alex Garland, concludes his directorial efforts,
Well,
he went
he's
out with a bang
directing
on this one.
movie that's about war. About after that, I'm not sure if he's gonna do anymore.
Yeah, but this movie is an incredible film of what it feels like to live in an actual civil war.
Insert your own Kirsten comment here because
I'll put it right here. But yeah, Civil War is
fucking do it. I own it. I own it for a reason. I own it for a reason to get that shit done during the binge, and I'm doing very well.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love Civil War. You're gonna love it. And this is
everybody's like everybody is like whenever Kirsten's now mentioned, they go like this.
You need to shut the fuck up.
So they now because it's basically become about as much of a reoccurring joke as Lost at this point.
Exactly, but yes, Civil War. I'm definitely gonna be rewatching this sometime this week, and I'll see if I'm starting to like it even more. But really, literally, the more I think about this movie, there are moments where I'm just like, I cannot believe how Alex Garland just like pulled his shit off of what I saw in theaters, and the sound design is.
That's why I got the disc, because apparently Dolby Atmos mix is practically revolutionary.
Yeah, and this is a great film. And those are all my Blu-rays that I got.
Well, that's a 4K though. That was a 4K.
Yep.
That's not 4K because usually that's the Amazon exclusive cover. I have a different cover. I have the regular cover. I have the regular cover because I got it for cheap. I got it for only $10. Whatnot is your best friend. I got Civil War for $10 fucking bucks on 4K. They didn't come with the digital code, but I didn't give a shit. I was like, fuck that. If I can get the movie for $10, I'll be like, hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, I don't care about digital codes. I mean, what I do is that whenever I get like a new release, I just like either just keep it or just scrap it.
Usually if I'm gonna buy a digital copy of a movie I already own on physical media, I wait for a sale on iTunes or something. And if it's on sale, boop, plop it down.
Yep.
Oh, can't wait for Victor to get to the Lars von Trier. Stop reminding me about Melancholia.
Soren.
I'm on a good mood. I watched Crazy Beautiful the other day, and I fucking loved it.
Wait.
Do you know how much Victor hates that freaking piece
Lars
of shit?
Wait a minute. Wait, you're talking about Lars von Queer now?
Yes. Fuck him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not up to that point yet. I'm actually getting close to the original Spider-Man. I only have about 2 more movies, plus a documentary, to get before Spider-Man.
Excellent.
So.
And those are all my
close.
4Ks.
So there you go. Brilliant. That fit the Kirsten quota for the week.
Yeah.
Jordy, you can go now.
Okay, so I forgot to do this review last week because, again, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was on Angel Dust or something. But I'm going to talk about Batman Hush. So another DC animated movie universe film. I got to say, this film was actually pretty good. The first 3 films, I'd say, from, Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin, and then there was I think it was Bad Blood, I believe. And yeah, first 3.
I believe it was Bad Blood, I think.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong.
They're pretty good. This one, however, it's actually pretty good in its own right too. I mean, you got the Catwoman in there, you got Bane, you got Poison Ivy, but the real, and then also the Joker to some extent. And Harley Quinn. But the real mastermind behind it all is Hush. Now, the thing is, Hush, as if you are, an avid, Batman fan, like if you read the comics or played some video games and whatnot to know who Hush is, basically it's a Batman villain who's known by the name of Dr. Thomas Elliot. And who has a hospital, named after, made by, his parents and the Wayne Foundation. Apparently, shut up, Soren. Oh my God.
Elliot. Oh wait, never mind.
Enough.
I actually made a Batman and Robin clip the other day. This is the one I have right now.
I'm afraid you'll have to die.
You know, that's something that Nicholas. You know, that's something
Okay,
Nicholas
okay,
Cage would do.
that's funny. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That would be something that Nicholas Cage would do in his next Freak Out.
Oh Jesus, mommy, daddy, fucking hell! That fucking scene was
So,
fucking long legs was
now
fucking
this film-
ridiculous.
Now, this film, you think,
I love
if
it.
you were an avid Batman viewer, you think Dr. Thomas Elliot, who in this movie is Hush. Wrong. Apparently,
You're
he
wrong.
gets
More
killed.
excuses, more lies.
Or as Lex Luthor from Superman Returns would say, "Run!"
Apparently, he gets killed in the movie, and you think, wait, because we're, Batman, like walking encyclopedias, don't you think we know that this is Hush? I mean, maybe he faked his death. No. Dr. Thomas Elliot is dead. And apparently, from what I understand, and they did with such good backstory, they actually made it as if the Riddler is Hush.
Insert your own Jim Carrey Batman Forever jokes here, or you can do Paul
say
Dano
what you
too.
want. I mean, joke around all you want, but I think this was actually a pretty good move, because you cannot expect this from coming, especially when it comes to someone who is, very, mind manipulative, very, and very mystique as freaking Riddler, to be Hush. And I think that was perfect. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything else, in the movie. You'll just have to watch for yourself, But I got to say, I give this a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, it is very spectacular. Now, next film I got to review and in fact, that's actually the final 2 films I got to review now. So, see.
Okay.
Annie.
Sorry, I just had meatloaf and potatoes. I just feel I feel the potatoes. It's fried potatoes.
Get yourself. Anyway, next movie I'll be reviewing this Thursday on Rant Rave. It'll be Wonder Woman Bloodlines, and then next week, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Yep, that's right. Next week, I am ending the first story arc of the New 52, 2013 through 2020, with that film next week.
Hey, Hunter, you listening?
This ought to be a doozy, but I got to get through Wonder Woman Bloodlines first, and then
This ought to
do
be
it on
a doozy,
Thursday.
just like this.
No.
Yeah, that's all I got. So.
All right, I guess we take the commercial break now, and then we'll be back. We're going to talk about a movie that I only saw for the first time on Sunday night. Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm embarrassed.
Ooh.
I'm a bit embarrassed because it took me a while to watch this.
Wow.
Okay, I'm fine. Let's go. Hold on. Where are you? I'm in New York. Who am I? Hey, Coach. And who are you? I'm Batman. Sit down. You don't understand. I'm Batman. I do.
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers.
Hello, good citizen. My name is Batman. You could be my assistant. Would you like that? Would you like to ride with Batman?
Is it me?
Is it you?
Who knows?
It's you! Can you guess who? It's a mystery.
Is your person Jewish?
No.
Your history.
Can you guess who?
Has your person slept with mommy?
Uh-huh.
You're out of here.
Can you guess who?
Is your person serving time for multiple homicides?
Yes, I'm gone.
Me too.
Can you guess who?
Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch? No!
Can you guess who?
Is your person the subject of several disturbing documentaries?
Yes.
You're Charles Manson!
You win. Let's play again. Can you guess who?
Guess who? Game cards do not actually talk.
Guys,
Oh my god!
I still have that original board game, or whatever.
That is a masterpiece.
But yeah,
the nostalgic work was actually worth a fucking damn.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Back when he was the GOAT.
Hold on a second. The Avengers Endgame, the DC expanded universe was shit.
Yes, because the DC Justice League Dark Apocalypse War is kind of like their version of Endgame, but more violent. kind of. It's darker.
Oh my god, they pull no punches with these animated films, and that goes the same for their Mortal Kombat ones.
Yeah. Funny thing. That's right.
Can I introduce this next film we're gonna do? Because I mean,
yeah, go ahead. As long as you don't do what you did last week and embarrass me. Whatever the hell.
And don't pull a freaking inner Liu Kang.
Hey, Liu Kang's character was based off of Bruce Lee, so you shut your mouth.
Well, that's true. Well, you got me there.
Anyway,
that's true.
So without further ado, we're going to do a movie review back in 1973, in which I, unfortunately was fatefully the last, film that starred, our beloved Bruce Lee.
Last completed movie. We don't, Game of Death he didn't complete.
He did. I mean, well, this is his last movie he appears in, because...
Well, completed, completed.
Yeah.
But, like, Game of Death was...
Before he died.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, this is his very last masterpiece, from what I can say, without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you, Bruce Lee. You will always be remembered. This is Enter the Dragon, 1973.
The Fury is back. Part man, part myth, part magic, and pure mayhem. Bruce Lee. Now the motion picture that became history, the man that became a legend, returns. Enter the Dragon, rated R.
This nagger thinks he's really Bruce Lee, throws a garbage bin at him.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Okay, Soren, that was good. Well done.
Into the Dragon.
Dragon.
So yeah, go ahead and read off.
All right,
Into
the Dragon. It's a 1973 martial arts film directed by Robert Close, written by Michael Allen. Although apparently Bruce Lee did uncredited rewrites, and he rewrote a significant portion of the script without receiving an on-screen credit. Produced by Fred Weintraub, Paul Heller, and Raymond Chow, who was the head of Golden Harvest. Golden Harvest is one of the most famous Hong Kong production company studios in Hong Kong. They produced a lot of Bruce Lee's work, Jackie Chan's early work in Hong Kong, like Rumble in the Bronx, Police Story 1, 2, Super Cop, Jackie Chan's First Strike, Legend of Drunken Master. They even produced the original 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, the live action one.
Oh yeah. I remember those.
And guess where this movie was,
it was shot in Hong Kong, ironically enough.
It was, but guess what it was produced from?
We'll get to that. Starring Bruce Lee, John Saxton, Anna Capri, Bob Wall, Sheen Keen, and Jim Kelly, and it was released in Hong Kong on August 26, 1973, and it was released in the United States on August 19th. No, July 26, 1973 in Hong Kong, August 19th, 1973 in the United States. Warner Brothers released the film in the U.S. and other countries. Golden Harvest released it in Hong Kong. Yes, Warner released this. Back when Warner actually gave a shit.
And I think, was this way before Zaslav's time?
Way before.
Oh, way before. Oh, by the way, John Saxton, rest in peace.
Yeah. Back when Warner Brothers actually were worth a damn.
Budget was only $850,000. That's it. That was the budget.
Now,
and the box office was $400 million worldwide. That is, and suggested for inflation, Enter the Dragon made about $2 billion if you adjust for inflation.
Damn.
$2 billion.
Now, here's the thing. This was his final, completed film appearance before his death on July 20th of 1973.
Yeah, he died the month before the movie came out.
Yeah, and the funny thing, be quiet, Jose. 19 at you. We've already done that.
Jose, we don't need a repeat of that, okay?
I got that out of my system.
It's only a one-time thing, Jose. Will never happen.
The guy was it was in his prime. Like, he was 32 years old. And I think that's just horrible. I mean, now what even makes this even worse, before he died, he was actually having an affair with someone, behind his wife's back, and that's where he died in bed with, in another woman's bed. And I'm like, well, that's one way to leave your legacy behind. Shit. But
the premise.
All that aside, this has to be one of the best final masterpieces he did before he died.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the plot. I haven't really. I went through half of the damn information I usually go through, but I'm gonna get through the second half now. Bruce Lee plays a martial arts expert determined to help capture the narcotics dealer of whose gang was responsible for the death of his sister. Lee enters a kung fu competition in order to fight his way to the dealer's headquarters with some help of some friends. 88% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 3.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Look at this.
What the fuck?
I look like freaking a retarded Ross from Monsters Inc.
Don't let it happen again.
Jose.
So, Enter the Dragon, when I watched this movie, this is my first time watching. And
hold on, I believe this and Game of Death is one of his.
Yeah, I said Game of Death.
Yeah,
he was starting the film, but when he died, he was filming Game of Death when he died. That's why I said this is his last completed film. It wasn't the last film overall. It was the last completed though. So, Enter the Dragon. How I like to put it is this: take Bruce Lee, take the martial arts that he was known for in the early 70s, take a early Sean Connery, Roger Moore, James Bond movie, and combine both with the blaxploitation genre that was rising in the early 70s, thanks to movies like Blackula, Foxy Brown, shit like that. Put them in the blender, and that's how Enter the Dragon was created.
You know what's funny is that one of the main villains in the movie actually has kind of I know it's kind of like a little inspiration from one of the James Bond movies, but I don't remember like which one. He had like this claw, like
yeah.
We'll get to.
This is essentially kind of like a James Bond movie.
Hold on a second. What do you know about Han?
Yeah, like it has like some inspirational like spy elements that would make this, film very compelling.
I didn't have Enter the Dragon, but instead Game of Death 2, even though Bruce didn't even complete the first movie. I think the reason why was because that DVD set and that AVGM video apparently was released by Fox. Fox doesn't own this movie. Warner does. Live and Let Die.
And here's the
That's
thing.
what it is. Live and Let Die. The guy
and you know what's so funny? This was the first movie that was released after his death, and that's
the first movie after. Also, yes, blaxploitation, other things like Shaft, absolutely. This, those three genres are blended into one in this movie. It's primarily kind of like when you take the premise down and take out the martial arts, kind of like a James Bond movie. It's about a guy who's smuggling drug operation. He wants to take over the world, but through his drug empire in this case. And he even there's even a scene where he's literally telling one of the main characters his entire plan before he even knows it. That's like James Bond right there. Like early James Bond, like Sean Connery stuff.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about the movie in general that we might want to point out. Most of the choreography in the fight scenes was actually, directed by Bruce.
Even the credits even mentioned his name of who actually created it, and it was basically Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Fight choreography.
Props to him.
Let me tell you something about Bruce. When it came to him doing fight scenes, his fist and his feet would fly so fast you could barely even see it happening.
It's like a blink. It's like one blink. You can't even you almost missed it. You know?
Yeah. Here's the thing. He can swing those feet so fast. Like he could literally take you down. Like this guy was a legitimate badass. Regardless of what you think of him, about how his life ended, the man knew how to knew how to kick. He knew how to punch, and he knew how to do it fast. You could say he had fist of fury. Well,
oh Jesus! Here comes another pun. That's another
yeah, exactly. Well,
take a drink every time there's a pun going on.
To be fair, he did have fist of fury. Not gonna lie, it's not just a movie; it's also a fact. Like here's the thing: there's two people that I don't think you'd want to go in a fight against. Okay, one of them would have to be a roided up giant. The second one, Bruce Lee. And the thing is, Bruce Lee, I'm sorry. I mean, if you were to get in a fight with him, I mean, here's the thing.
There was actually a thing I found out reading more about it. Apparently, a lot of the crew members and cast members, they were like, they wanted to challenge him to a fight, and he was like accepting all of this, and they kicked the shit out of pretty much everybody in the crew.
Well, that's what they
who
get.
Challenged him.
That is what they get because, okay, Chuck Norris. I was thinking of the first one being Chuck Norris, the other one being Bruce Lee. And funny thing is, Chuck Norris actually had, did a movie with Bruce
Dragon.
Lee. Now, here's the thing. Bruce Lee, like I said, this he's like one of those people you do not want to with. I mean, if he was still alive to this day, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Don't mess with him.
No. Like, if you ever cross his line, there's no easy way out, boy.
Now, with the movie in general, how the story begins, what you saw there in the beginning trailer is a bit of the first beginning part of the movie. It's now, you want to know why mixed martial arts, with UFC. Everything you see nowadays with the fighting gloves and all the UFC, stuff you see. UFC, well, it's not just UFC, it's MMA in general, like with these cage fighting and the boxing rings too. Yeah. That's all because of Bruce Lee and all that. So it's all thanks to him we wouldn't be getting UFC or Bellator MMA or Ultimate Fighting Championship or
that's UFC. You just have
that's UFC fights. For the Ultimate. There's an Ultimate Fighter or Ultimate Championship.
But that was a UFC spinoff. That's a UFC spinoff.
Oh, okay.
That's the reality show. So
Bellator. And you know what? Here's the thing. And now, as for everything else, most of the voices are kind of dubbed a little bit because I don't think they had. They didn't have boom mics back then.
No, the reason why they had all the dialogue. Everything was ADR. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the reason why was because apparently in Hong Kong, like when they shot, apparently they were restricted and they couldn't film it with boom mics.
That would honestly make a whole lot of sense.
Now, here's the thing. At least some of the dialogue can actually be made more sense, because again, they're copying what they said. I mean, most of the time you think they'd be dubbing themselves. The thing is, they had to because they couldn't use the boom mics.
Yeah, they couldn't use the boom mics.
They can't break the rules.
But I will say this though, if it was allowed, I mean, it would have been a lot more better than what it is with dialogue. Now, Now with this particular
this
story,
was around the time when mono, it was like sound in theaters was only mono, not stereo, no surround sound.
Yeah,
it wasn't even invented
exactly.
yet. It was only mono.
Yeah, it was only mono.
So it was only going to sound as good as the source was,
Now, here's the thing. With the training session he did with that one student, I will say though, I think the dialogue, I don't think it was a boom mic, and I think it must have been done with some kind of microphone. But I mean, for some reason, the dialogue is actually perfect with that scene. He's saying,
you need to have emotional content,
not anger. But still,
try again with me.
Bruce Lee would have made a perfect Jedi. Okay, I'm just gonna say that out loud.
The way he slapped the shit out of him and the kid.
Funny thing is, this movie was released 4 years before, it
reminded me of Whiplash. Not gonna lie.
Funny thing is,
let me think.
This movie was actually released 4 years before the first Star Wars movie, to be honest, which is actually pretty cool.
And it was the same year as the fucking Exorcist. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
anyway, as I was saying, I was reminded of Fletcher with that scene because he was kept on slapping him. It was like, I actually quoted it out loud when he was slapping him. I was like, if you sabotage my band, I will fuck you like a pig.
Don't concentrate on the finger, or you will miss all that heavenly glory. Do you understand?
Are you rushing or are you dragging? Answer! Rushing.
Never take your eyes off your opponent, even when you bow.
True.
Anyway,
now, there's actually parodies with Bruce Lee using lightsabers. That's actually okay. That sounds more.
Wasn't Kung Pao Enter the Fist like a parody of Enter the Dragon? Or was it some other movie?
No. It was some other movie.
Okay, because I remember Kung Pao mainly because of.
The only thing I remember from that movie was like the freaking cow who knows how to use his hind legs.
You actually did that one time during one of these
Yes,
episodes.
that's the only
You were
thing
like,
I know
you were like,
about Kung Pao.
you know.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, the only thing I remember from Kung Pao End of the Fist was that fucking cow. And no, it's not the cow from Twister.
Now,
but yeah.
Now here's the thing: we gotta get,
Yeah, we're gonna get through this. Come on,
when we go forward, we understand why he's going to this tournament now, and then we have to understand about Mr. Roper and also with Williams.
Mr. Roper, pronounced
Roper,
like Richard
okay.
Roper.
Roper. Well,
I don't know why I'm thinking about Richard Roper right now, but hey, if he was in this movie, maybe it would have been better. It would have been cool to see Richard Roper.
It's so funny.
Anyway.
They're only going by one name,
Yes.
with each cast member, which is even kind of...
Yeah, they always go by their last name.
And it's kind of cool when you think about it, but...
Speaking of which, let's talk about John Saxton for a minute, who plays Roper. Of course, I know him best as Nancy's dad in A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the role I always remember him from. But seeing him in a different movie was really interesting. And I think, even though Bruce Lee is the star, and I think he's phenomenal in it, I think John Saxton pretty much steals every scene he's in. I think he's fantastic.
Damn, Cap.
Yeah, and it showed even early in his career that he was a really phenomenal actor, even before Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, he was great in this. And he did his own stunts. And because
he does.
Yeah.
It's incredible how he's able to pull off, like, his own stunts, even though that this is like his very first martial arts film, I believe he was in.
Okay, I don't think it was his first movie in general, but maybe it was his first martial arts movie. Because remember, he did a lot of work in westerns and horror films, just like.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, obviously.
Now, here's the thing with Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. I think this was his first movie.
No. This was actually his second movie.
Oh, really?
His first film was done in 1972 in Melinda as Charles Atkins.
Okay.
That was the role he played, Charles Atkins. Now, I don't know anything about that film, but I do know that's how I know this guy, in Enter the Dragon.
But he was cast because he was, like, apparently he was a karate expert. Even though this movie does kung fu, but he was apparently, like, really good at karate and won a bunch of karate championships and stuff.
Well, martial arts, it is what it is. But I will say, though, the guy was actually pretty good, when it came to...
Yeah, I thought he had charisma. He had charisma. And plus, his character is really where all the blaxploitation elements kind of come into play. He kind of acts like something like you see in a blaxploitation movie, He gets all the women and all this other stuff.
I think he was correct me if I'm wrong, I think he was the first black main protagonist in a film, for a while, though.
No, we have to remember, this came out years after, like, say, In the Heat of the Night, which came out in 1968. Sidney Poitier was the lead. Like, Sidney Poitier was the lead of pretty much a lot of movies in the 60s.
Right.
But I will say, though, this was actually pretty good to see what...
he was good. He was good. Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing about the tournament. We all know that it's, obviously to find out who's going to be at, Mr. Han's, right side, of course, like in the drug empire, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But when I look at them going to the tournament, on a boat and all that, it almost kind of reminded me of Mortal Kombat. And part of me thinks...
I think it's been confirmed that Ed Boon and John Tobias have pretty much the influence of Enter the Dragon made them create Mortal Kombat.
That's what...
Yeah, and the character of Liu Kang.
And that's the beauty of it. Because, again, you got your story. You go to a tournament to the death and all that. And you know what? Here's the thing. You're not doing it for drugs. You're going to do it just because to be the champion of Mortal Kombat. But not this movie.
Not to mention, Mortal Kombat has more supernatural elements. This is pretty grounded.
True.
Grounded.
But I will say, though, here's the thing. If it wasn't for the supernatural elements,
Mortal Kombat would pretty much be just a copycat of this movie if it wasn't for the supernatural elements.
Exactly.
I agree.
Now, I don't recall there ever being ninjas in the movie, but then again,
there was no ninjas. There was only guards.
The only guards, yeah.
However, one of them, but I couldn't spot.
Yes.
However, Bruce, he could be stealthy. He could be stealthy as one.
That was the first thing I noticed. Like, towards the end, I noticed Jackie Chan right out the bat.
Yeah, okay.
And he came up from behind him.
I didn't notice it. I tried to look for him, but I couldn't.
I noticed him.
I noticed him. I noticed him too.
Where was
you know
he?
that part where he takes that one of those guards and like from the back of his head? Then,
yep.
Yeah.
That was Jackie.
Yep.
Wow.
Jackie.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And by the way, Jackie Chan. No offense to you, but here's the thing: if
Chan's
you ever
fucking
got to
amazing. I fucking love that guy.
Oh, I do too.
Like Jackie Chan is awesome. No, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he would be able to last long in a fight with Bruce. Okay.
I mean, Jackie Chan is fucking amazing though. He fucking does all these crazy shit even still. Damn.
Oh yeah.
But
he even does.
If there's one flaw,
at one point,
huh?
If there was one problem with the movie, I think the part when they're on the boat goes on for far too long. I'm like, we get the point. Just get to the damn island. It kind of meanders after a while, and especially considering there's literally to the point where there's sometimes when they're showing them flashbacks of all these different characters and their backstories, but then there's certain parts where it becomes there's one point where there's a flashback within a flashback. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this Lost could have do that.
Well, I mean, at least their flashbacks, a flashback within a flashback. That you're talking about Lee, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a flashback in the flashback.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, it's kind of convoluted, but.
Okay, Tanner says something funny in the film form. Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Here's what they could have done. They could have had a scene with Bruce talking to his father, obviously, I believe. But the problem is they should have done it instead of it being a flashback, when he's on the boat. They should have had the whole thing with his sister going through that shit.
Maybe
as
that
a
should have
flashback.
started the movie. Maybe. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, but Tanner, before you move on, Tanner says something. Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Watch Mojo list covered on the Popcorn panel. Before we continue, this list is dedicated to Jordy Scow. As such, our next list will be the top 6 best seasons of Lost. Jordy, get on that. Get on that.
How is there even a top 6, even though the show in itself is good?
We're waiting.
6 seasons. It lasted 6 years. Write that one down too.
Write it down,
Write
man.
it down.
Come on.
Write that down. Write it down. Lasted 6 years on the air. Damn it. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's my only fault with the movie. That it just meanders after a while on the boat, and the point.
But once they're on the island, things get more.
Things really do kind of pick up from there.
I think what they did there with the whole thing on the boat, I think they did that with the flashbacks was to help flesh out the characters out a bit.
I understand that, but it just kind of meandered after a while.
I know, it was prolonged. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
the island,
they're on the island. Everybody's getting to know everybody, and I think tournament starts the following day. I believe.
Yes.
Everything seems to be going fine. But you know what's so funny about Rupert? He's freaking taking bets on the side. Wow.
Yeah, he's the original FanDuel, the gambling website, sports betting website.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this guy knows how to rip and jip people. I mean, but he gets a hot chick, which is actually the main
Mm-hmm. The main chick is his.
But we'll get to that, soon at the end of the film. So Lee's doing his damnedest to try and figure a way, to get inside, the what's it called again?
The headquarters.
The main headquarters. So his first attempt in doing that, I mean, it kind of backfires. I mean, he didn't get a chance to look at anything. I mean, he knows it's a factory and all that.
Yeah.
But
oh, my leg.
But it turns out he doesn't stay for long. So what does he do? He f***s off and waits for the right time to do it again.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing. The fight scene where he has with O'Hara, as it were.
Oh, yeah, O'Hara.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I say do not with Bruce Lee, I mean don't with Bruce mother in Lee.
Hey, say that again. I forgot the bleeper.
Do not.
Oh wait, I deleted the bleeper. Damn
you
it!
deleted it? Well, that's just that.
I have to get ready for the damn game that we're gonna play with Jared. I had to get
God
the sound clip
damn it!
for it.
Victor made another boo boo.
Great.
But like I said,
anyway, don't fuck with Bruce Lee. I don't care.
Exactly.
And this guy, I mean, here's the thing:
He gets
the
kicked
guy,
in the ball. He gets punched in the balls. He doesn't get kicked. He gets punched in the balls.
Here's the thing with him. Well, he gets kicked in the balls. He actually does get kicked in the ball. He tries to.
He gets punched in the balls, not kicked. He gets punched in the balls.
He got kicked there. I saw it. I rewatched the film. I made sure of it. He got kicked.
The angle looked like he punched him, but I'm not sure.
It was a kick. It was a kick. Trust me, Victor.
Blue balls.
Blue balls.
That is real blue balls.
So, yeah. In fact, here's the thing. That is the worst way you could try and do a spinning back kick and then expect that someone's going to go down that easily. But Bruce, nuh-uh. He will kick you in the balls.
Uh-huh.
And then he ends up like jumping on top of it. I think he crushes his chest, right? Or is he?
Yeah, but here's the thing. You want to know why he was making this guy look like a fool from beginning to end? It's because this guy was responsible for his sister's death. Yeah. Now, she may have performed suicide on herself.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
But she got
those
no
men.
She was gonna get killed anyway.
Well, it's not that she was going to get killed. It's the fact that she could have been raped by all those men.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those men were doing there. In fact, they were going to.
Yeah,
in fact, they were going to take her.
I remember now. They touched her. They touched her ass. So yeah, it was sexual harassment.
I think they were. Okay, two things were going to happen. They were either going to rape her or they were going to try and take her back to that island where all those women were being held. For drug, testing and all that.
Oh yes, the drug testing people.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. You want to talk about dark?
California.
You want to talk about something?
That one line. I don't know why.
You want to talk about something psychological and dark right there with those women?
It's
in
like
that
one flew over the cuckoo's nest type shit.
Yeah. Now, as for O'Hara, that's what happens. But first, he takes these two bottles as a last-ditch effort to try and cut Lee, but Lee smacks him away with a kick. He goes for a kick. Lee smacks it away with his hand. He kicks him right in the face. He falls down. Lee jumps on him and performs a fatality.
Yeah, very much.
And you know what I say? Bruce Lee wins. Fatality.
Flawless victory.
No. Even better. Flawless victory.
I just said that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Jordy.
Okay.
I first draw on high noon.
But still, that was intense.
Honestly, actually, no. There's a better fight towards the end, which I'll talk about.
Towards the end is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, but I'm just telling you, do not. I mean it. With Bruce Lee, don't.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, but unfortunately, one of our top three main characters has to go.
Yes, he has to get the axe. The axe.
Apparently, he was seen outside the night where Bruce was trying to, get inside the headquarters. But the thing is, funny thing is,
just hanging out there for some reason.
He was hanging out there trying to, do his thing, like his ritual or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But problem is, Han wasn't buying it, but the thing is, he wanted to know who else. But you know what? It's so funny. Williams, he wasn't even that big of a, when they say help with his friends, the thing is, I don't think Lee was even close to Williams as he was with Rupert.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, though, it is actually pretty funny how Williams is willing to protect another guy, even though he doesn't barely know him.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, that's ballsy of him, but I will say, though, leaving the island would not have been an easy task.
Oh, yeah. It would not be. You would have to go through, multiple steps in order to achieve it.
Here's the thing. Mr. Han, suddenly I'd like to leave your island. It is not possible. Bullshit, Mr. Handman. I thought that was pretty funny. And then the next part he goes man, you come right out of a comic book.
that got me.
That
was
was awesome.
That was
That
was pretty much the fact that they were being self-aware, that they were kind of being like almost comic booky or James Bond level of villain. They knew, they were self-aware. They put that in there on purpose.
Hey, Crow remake, do yourself a favor, take notes when it comes to stuff like that. That actually looks good.
Yeah, just write those down. Yeah,
write that down.
Well, I think Crow doesn't work on a meta level. If they're gonna shout in the Crow remake, "Oh, you're part of the comic book," that doesn't work. Considering the material.
No, I'm talking about perfect dialogue and perfect script writing.
Oh, well, but take notes.
That right there,
that's the worst fucking screenplay of the damn year.
What they did there with Williams right there, that is good scripting. That is good dialogue. I mean, for his character and for that movie.
And then he gets the axe pretty quickly after.
He gets the axe, but you know what? Here's the thing. At least he's going out fighting. He doesn't look like, the thing is, he's not trying to look like a bitch doing it, because the thing is, he's getting smacked around with a metal ass hand on the left.
Yeah, that's like.
And the thing is, you're probably thinking, man, he went out like a bitch. Bullshit. The reason why he gets killed off is because Han, it has a left prosthetic hand, and it's a metal one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, he gets killed off in that room with all those, all those harlots in there that's getting high and all that. And they're all like,
oh, yeah, that fight.
Here's the thing. But here's the problem. 420, oh, yeah, hold on. Hand.
Yeah, hand.
There you go, Hunter. Now shut up.
Yes, that's your hand. Very good.
Now, here's the thing. If you want to talk about 420, here's the thing. I don't think 420 was a thing back in the day, but with what they were doing back there, yeah.
Well, it's not marijuana. This is borderline like opium type shit.
Opium, that's it. There you go.
That definitely sounds like that.
But as if it weren't bad enough, Rupert has to find out that his friend gets killed. And not only that, he gets, dumped into a tank, I think, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, did that tank of water have piranhas in it?
I don't remember.
Because I highly doubt that's acid.
I don't think there was piranhas in there, though. I don't think there was piranhas.
Well, it was bubbling in there with something in there.
I don't really remember.
It's probably like one of those things where it's like you blink and you miss.
Probably, but I digress. And then we finally get Lee, probably, in a multi-man, fight. He finally sends a message to the people that he was assigned to go to the island for anyway.
Yes, and he pretty much murders almost everybody.
Yeah. But you know how he gets in there? He notices there's a snake at the top of the place where he entered the first time. He actually puts the snake in the little sack where he had his rope.
That is something out of James Bond. That's something that James Bond would do. Hence the James Bond, because remember I said it's kind of like a James Bond movie. That would be something that James Bond
and he also uses the snake to get some other guards out of the way. And I was like,
well, before he actually put that snake in there, didn't he
Well, yeah.
Did he do that? What was that technique? Just to put the
That's his way of getting the snake, to cooperate. To get him all riled up.
Right. That's right.
The thing is, okay, William, I'm going to give you some life advice that you should take for to heart. If you ever have a sack where it has a snake in there, and yet if you tap the hell out of the thing, please don't open that sack. Because if that snake is mad and hissing and all that, do not open that sack, because someone must have with it.
It also turned up like John Voight, Anaconda. Well, fuck Anaconda.
Because here's the thing.
Movie.
I don't know what happened, but this is a true story, and I'm going to be off topic for a minute. Back in the day, Jake Roberts, when he had the snake, Jake the Snake Roberts gimmick. Somehow, some way, I think he said Davy Boy Smith or Dynamite Kid must have done something to piss off his cobra or whatever, his snake that he uses for his gimmick, smacked it like a few times, and then all of a sudden something happened, with a bit gone wrong. I think it was the Macho Man angle with the snake, but That could be the case.
Okay, one of the things that Hunter mentioned, or two things, is that he like smacked the snake 10 times and only got bitten once, and the venom gland was removed.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Obviously, the venom has to be removed. I mean, or otherwise, you're going to get killed.
You're dead.
Yeah, like
You're
it's
dead.
about that
You're
cobra
gone.
that's actually in the movie.
Unless you have, freaking, anti-serum, like anti-snake serum, or just a serum, whatever.
Well, here's the thing, though. I would not go anywhere near those motherfuckers.
No,
yeah, because you are big time.
Or here's the thing, or better yet,
like
if I get across one of those rattlesnakes, I'll be like,
here's another life advice for you people. Never sleep with your pet snake in bed. And I'm going to tell you why. You want to know why? Because he's not sleeping with you. He's just sizing you up.
Now, is that supposed to be like a dick joke or something?
No. This is a legit fact. My grandfather told me this, and I believe it to this day. If you sleep with a snake in your bed, that snake is only just sizing you up just to eat you whole.
Well, the other thing that came up to my mind is that I would get poison from it or venom from it.
Well, it doesn't matter which one when I'm talking about. The fact is, it'll only size you up.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
Back to Lee for a second
God,
here.
Snake's not playing. Oh, God.
I put that on there.
I
put that shit on the wheel.
I'm sick of these snakes on this
plate. Everyone's strapped in.
Anyway.
Open some fucking windows. Just
Okay, so
yes,
Lee is in a a melee with all these guards. I mean, he's obviously caused the red alert. Now he has to get out of dodge, but it's going to be kind of hard because we get to see him do so many things. Okay, first of all, he breaks Jackie Chan's neck, and thank God he didn't do it in real life. But but poor Jackie. But we get to see him use multiple weapons, like a staff, freaking two Kimbo sticks, and also nunchucks. Freaking nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Okay, like I said, do not with this guy,
or Michelangelo for that matter.
Like with him, Victor, listen. Him using those nunchucks. Did you see the speed he was using with them?
Yes.
Like I said, don't with Bruce Lee.
No, don't fuck with Bruce Lee. Just saying.
I'm getting straight to the point now.
Enter the Dragon is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I know, Dragon. I know.
But when it comes down to it, it's pretty lengthy, the sequence. I think it's incredibly well choreographed throughout the entire portion of it. And then I think from that point forward, I'm trying to think about. No. I'm getting way ahead of myself because I was thinking about something else. But from that point forward, the choreography gets more and more insane. It gets bloodier. It gets bloodier, and it's the point where I think after this scene is when he has to go back and fight in the tournament again, and that's where all the fucking
here's the thing. It's not that he's fighting in it; he's forced into it because he got captured.
Yeah, he got captured, and then.
But here's the thing: the damage has already been done because he's already called all up. He called them all their bullshit. He called Khan on his own. Han, not Khan. Why did I say Khan? Han on his own bullshit. Mr. Han. Yeah, Mr. Han. The damage has already been done. Lee already sent a message back to headquarters, and he's already.
Yes, that guy reminds me of Alfred from Batman. He's like the British dude. He's kind of like Alfred.
Damn it! I don't care who he's with. Just bloody well put him on the line.
I don't know why he reminded me of Alfred, but he does.
You know what? If there was a Batman film back,
or
back
M,
or
70s, Q, one of them two.
If there was a Batman,
you could go
back
either
in the
or.
70s, I would have definitely chosen him for the role. Fun fact: all the flip scenes are done by a stunt double. The stunt double is Ewan Bio, one of Jackie Chan's childhood friends. Wow!
Wow!
Being a double. Yeah, I read somewhere. But the spins, I think that's the only thing where he had a double for the spinning.
Yep. Now we get to the final countdown. It's the final countdown.
Copyright.
Yep.
Well,
Europe, sue him.
Actually, to be fair, it was actually played this past Sunday at All In.
I know, but they probably got the rights for it. We don't. We're broke.
Well, here's the thing: we're not playing. We're not actually playing it.
But we can play this.
I did not hear that.
That was the launch.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Anyway, so obviously Williams is going to make a choice, but guess what? He ain't going to side with the people that killed his friend, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Because common logic and common sense tells you don't side with the people that freaking, like kill one of your friends or any close friends or any friends at all in general. So they get this jacked up guy who we saw earlier, Bolo, and guess what? Okay, if you ever go and play Mario Kart, when you have that 3, 2, 1, go, you know what you should have in the background?
What?
Bolo saying, "Go!" Because that's what he does. That's the only line he has in the movie when he does the "go" thing.
Add that voice line as fucking DLC and fucking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only $5.
Yeah, because the guy earlier he showcased of killing 4 guards who failed to stop Lee. Yeah, ironically enough, that was early in the film. The reason why I didn't bring that up is because again, we're trying to get through this. So he freaking faces Williams, and Williams, you know what he does? He doesn't screw around. He has to do what he can to survive from this roided up monster. So he even bites his freaking leg,
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Shaolin versus Wu-Tang on your PS5. I'll think about that. Dragon. But it's so funny is, in fact, you know how this guy dies? I don't know how it is. I think he got either punched in the gut so hard or kicked in the gut so hard, or he got punched in the balls or kicked in the balls.
And then, like, right after that guy is killed, I think that's when the fucking people who got the hostages, like, they get.
Hold on a second. No, all hell breaks loose first. It's 2 versus many. Then that's when the odds are even, and because they get freed by that female operative, that was there. By the way, I don't think she dies. Just so
no, she does not. Although, to be fair, she was very underutilized. I will say, after you see her, you let the hostages go free. That's it. You don't see her in the movie ever again.
I think she should have been seen like afterwards. But then again, everybody, it's like the OK Corral, except no guns or shooning. It's everybody.
It Tombstone. I fucking love Tombstone. Anyway,
everybody is fighting. The ones in black, not white, like seriously,
not white.
The ones in black robes and gi are the hostages. The ones in white are Han's people. Okay, and you can tell who's the good guys and who the bad guys are. Now, usually it's the white ones that the white gi should represent good, while the black, which is the dark side, represents evil. But this movie doesn't, is a prejudice like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was about to make a race joke. But yeah, like I think after, but then Han, like abruptly just gets the fuck out of there.
That kind of reminds me of the Dark Knight. Yeah.
Han
and then we get to the final. Now we get to the final
part of the movie where I think it is masterful. This fight is among one of the best final confrontations in any martial arts movie. We're talking shit like stuff like from the Raid films were probably inspired by this. Like, remember the scene at the end of Raid Redemption where I think it was like it was Rama, wasn't it his brother that got taken in too, and they fought the one guy, the bad guy, wasn't it his brother?
I think so.
Oh, the first one you mean?
No, I'm talking about in the Raid. And in the Raid 2, I mean, you could go with the assassin fight, but I don't think that was the final fight. I don't think that was, but I think it reminds me more of The Night Comes for Us, that final fight, which is one of the most insane fucking fights
hold on a second.
of all time.
Hold on a second. Where the clowns were hostages and the doggers were injured. I get what you mean.
But yeah, This fight, particularly, I mean, sure, we have the classic stuff with the mirrors, but before that, right before that, when they're just fighting in that damn room, it is stellar.
Yeah,
absolutely stellar.
In the museum, obviously.
Yeah, in the museum, and it is just bloody, like it is brutal at times, and it
like freaking Bruce gets cuts because of blades, you know, from the prosthetic hand. Then there's, you know, okay, here's the thing: when he had that prosthetic hand, Han, with those 4 blades, I was thinking, man, is he trying to rip off Wolverine? But then
I actually thought it was like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Maggots.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay, let me just say this. I actually like the first Inspector Gadget live action film.
I like the cartoon. The movie fucking sucks.
I actually like the film, but the second one, not so much. I don't.
The second one's just as bad as the first one.
Oh gosh. Okay. I got something to say about those mirrors. I really need to say something about that.
The mirrors? Okay.
Okay. I wonder if a certain modern action director saw this movie and he was like, "Oh wait, let me just like, you know, recreate this scene from Enter the Dragon in my sequel."
Sequel.
Maybe.
Action filmmaker.
Chastalinsky.
Which John Wick is that though?
I believe that was chapter 2, I believe.
Chapter 2. It's been a while since I've seen chapter 2.
So
remember when he was like in those, you know, those mirrors, shooting those mirrors?
Oh yes.
Anyway, so right before we get to the mirrors, obviously, I'm telling you, I mean, like I said, do not screw with this guy. Like the punches and the kicks he made.
Chapter 2.
Okay, to me, it was obviously the one with Han when he does that kick like that.
It's a gift for that.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think that was Han. I think that was a dummy. Because if that was really Han, he would have died.
Yeah.
Because those kicks and punches would literally kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we finally get to where we get to the mirrors. Earlier in the film, there's a thing that goes on his head. Remember, the enemy only has images. Destroy the image, and you will find the enemy.
Right.
Or break the enemy. Excuse me. And guess what? He listens to his teacher. You know, he listens to his teacher's wisdom. And then we get to, you know, where we're gonna finally see the end of Han. He gets killed off because he put a spear through the mirror, which is why, you know.
It is fucking just.
Why it does play a role.
What made it even more brilliant is that you don't know if he got stabbed until he literally opens that one door and you see the fucking blade right there over his chest, right there.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It all comes full circle back to that's you know, to that staff, you know, that spear.
Also worth noting.
He puts it on the wall, ironically enough, where you go into that room.
Mm-hmm. And also, ironically enough, I will tell you this right now, something I noticed. After Han starts, you know, after the hostages go and the Han is like, fight them. That is the last line of the whole movie. The last 20 minutes have absolutely no dialogue whatsoever. That's something I noticed. There is no dialogue for the last 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
That's just something that I really love about filmmaking. When you film scenes with no dialogue, it is brilliant.
To be fair, I am a very dialogue-heavy person. For example, the movie Clerks, the reason why it works is because of the dialogue, but I can appreciate visual storytelling.
But Lee was the last one to use the dialogue.
Well, that's true.
Remember, like before, like right during when they were in the museum, he said, "You have offended my family, and you have offended."
Oh, I forgot about that damn line. Fuck, I forgot about that damn line. I thought you said, "Oh, fight them." I thought that was the last.
And of course, there was that, you know, the words in his head that was going by. But,
I don't count that. It's just
I wouldn't count that either. But then again, it's there. So
yeah. But then, you know, after he gets out of the door, the helicopters are there. The one chick is dead.
Yeah, that chick that Rupert was, you know, hitting off with.
Flirted with.
The thing is, I think she was killed accidentally during the skirmish.
Mm-hmm. Because I think she was trying to struggle. You see her kind of struggling at one point during that sequence because of, the momentum of everything that was going on at the time with the hostages and the guards. And so that's how she got killed. But then, obviously, Lee and Roper, they still leave with, with a good amount of respect for each other. He does a thumbs up, like if it was Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Or just... Or, like a Dragon Ball with a Goku and Vegeta reference, with the final moments of Majin Buu.
And then that's it. The movie kind of just ends right there. And
yeah, like it just pans.
It just pans
on the claw.
Yeah.
And then
the end.
Credits.
But I think the reason why the movie works is because of the action. Sure, the story is good and everything, but this movie really focused on the story. It's all about the action. It's not really about the story. It's just the window dressing to the action, And the action is one of its kind. Without this, we wouldn't get any other other martial arts movies to come. Like, for example, one of my favorites, aside from the Raid films, I love this film, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I fucking love that damn movie.
Yes.
Even though there's not a lot of action in that movie, it's more of a drama. But when the action is there in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it's fucking revolutionary.
It's phenomenal. Ang Lee's best film.
Incredible movie. Ang Lee's best is not even fucking close.
Not even Life of Pi can top it.
And I love Life of Pi. Don't get me wrong, but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that is where it's at.
But then again, like Ang Lee kind of like fell from grace a little bit after those movies.
Like, here's the thing though, 2003's Hulk, that was a piece of shit.
Gemini Man.
Oh, fuck Gemini Man.
Well, with the Hulk, I mean, I think that was the first movie they had comic book, effects, I believe.
I think that movie is absolutely awful.
It is. Especially with the editing style, unlike how they kind of make it like a comic book.
It's horrible. It's like they said Ang Lee described it as an art house movie about anger. That's not what you do with the fucking Hulk. Art house movies suck, and I've said it for so many times, and everybody gets you don't like art house movies. There's a reason why I fucking don't.
And let's not forget this funny face.
Hey,
Hunter. Yeah, and Sam Elliott looking like a
Elliott. Before he gets killed off.
Oh
he goes like,
yeah. Fucking piece
I
of
love
shit.
that death. I'm sorry.
That is hilarious. Well, on a
anyway, I'm talking about Ang Lee right now. We're talking about Bruce Lee, not Ang Lee. They're not related, by the way.
Me and Hunter actually like the Hulk, so.
I like The Incredible. The Incredible Hulk is probably a better movie. I don't think I've seen the full thing of that, but I think The Incredible Hulk is probably better.
So, back to this film.
Yeah, back to it. We're kind of wrapping it up now. We kind of went through the entire plot now. But I think what makes it work is because of the action. Bruce Lee, he was a one-of-a-kind martial artist. He was at the top of his form when this movie was made, and then when he died, obviously, this movie made him a legend. It was reissued so many times. It's been repeated on TV way too many times. It got a 4K release not too long ago. I think was it this year that came out in 4K? Or was it last year?
Either this year or
it was
last year, I believe.
No, it was probably last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
I think it was 50 years since that movie was released.
But yeah, quite very good movie. It's a very good movie. Aside from the parts with kind of meanders with a flashback within a flashback and the stuff on the boat, I love the movie. I think it is without a doubt a benchmark in martial arts films. Without it, you wouldn't get a Raid. You wouldn't get a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You wouldn't get any of the Jackie Chan movies that followed that I really love. Rush Hour owes a lot to it, even though it is a buddy cop movie technically. It still owes a lot in terms of the martial arts elements of Rush Hour to Enter the Dragon. It started it all, really. It started the whole kung fu sensation here in the United States for a reason. And that's why I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. If it wasn't for that one meandering section, I would have given it a 5. But for now, I think 4.5 is very good. It's a great film. It's an
Jordy?
It's a great film.
Huh?
You're great now.
I want to see William do one first.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a 5 out of 5 for me. It's easily like Bruce Lee's best film. It's most iconic one.
I was gonna say 5 out of 5 too.
Oh my God, we agreed.
Well, I'm close. I said 4.5, but I think it's close enough.
We agreed.
I think I know why you gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I think
Again, meandering with the boat.
And also, let's not mention.
But hold on a second. Without it, would you have given it a 5 out of 5?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
And there's one thing I want to mention too. Like,
I think I take
score.
pacing issues into account a lot on this show. So
I feel like the score in this movie is very
about the damn
iconic.
Leo Schifrin, who did of course, did the Mission Impossible theme. He did the Mission Impossible theme, which of course Danny Elfman
the score in this film, like the soundtrack, movie. I actually loved it. It's like a mixture of espionage and also like
also kind of like blaxploitation elements to that score. A lot of blaxploitation elements with the what you got sound effects.
And it's a very quintessential martial arts film that everyone has to see once in their life. Even if you're not like really into martial arts, you have to see this movie to believe it.
This film, just for trivia for you, this was actually my very first Bruce Lee film that I was in.
Same here.
Like I said before, I watched The Way
Are we
of
like
the Dragon
twins?
on TV. I think it was on Spike TV at one point, and that's where I kind of watched The Way of a Dragon, of course, with Chuck Norris as well. That was the first Bruce Lee movie I ever saw. I haven't seen
here's the thing.
Until literally Sunday night.
That is actually pretty good that you pointed that out. Like Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, if they were ever got together like in an actual MMA fight, I'd still go with Lee, if I'm being honest.
But yeah, it's still a great film, regardless of the fact. But now
it's fantastic.
It's time to spin it again.
Wheel of bullshit.
I'm not gonna waste any further time. We're gonna spin in about 3, 2. And now put the sing it. 3, 2, 1 now.
Aww. You're so mean.
Enough with the singing already.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh, it's the Martian.
The Martian?
Wait, what was it about the land?
Hey, a Ridley Scott movie that's actually good, huh? Suck it, Ridley.
Okay, wait, what was it going to land on before it landed on the Martian?
I believe it was supposed to be Demon Slayer, Mugen Train.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
That was we could have had a blast.
Hey, The Martian's a phenomenal film.
I fucking love The Martian.
I know what you're getting at. I'm just simply saying, we almost had something.
Also, let's take into account that The Martian was written by Drew Goddard. You want to know what Drew Goddard wrote?
Hold on a second. I just remembered something about Demon Slayer. Apparently, instead of doing a final season, for the next couple of years, because they already did the Hashira training arc, apparently they're going to do the final arcs in movies.
Ooh.
I hope to God they pull something out of their ass with that, because I know the final arcs are good based on the manga. I just hope they're able to pull it off in movies than they are able to do with anime.
The benefit about film versus television that it could be more cinematic,
Yeah.
Well, how many arcs do they have left for the show, Jordy?
Okay, they've only got the Infinity Castle and the other final arc that has something to do with the sun, coming back up.
But yeah, as I was saying, The Martian, directed by Ridley Scott, who has turned into a piece of shit in the last couple of years, and I've ranted about Ridley several times on this show. He's a great director, but he needs to get his head out of his ass.
I know.
Second, it was written by Drew Goddard. Drew Goddard, you know what show he was part of the writing staff of? Lost in season 3 and 4. Lost and he was also a writer on both Buffy and Angel. He wrote Cabin in the Woods. He directed that too. He directed Bad Times at the El Royale, which I heard is fantastic.
Oh, that's what I've heard too.
I really have no excuse to be not watch Bad Times at the El Royale, because apparently I found out a couple of weeks ago that Catherine Isabel makes an appearance in it. I have no fucking excuse now. I gotta watch that shit. She's not part of the main cast, but still she's in it apparently. So I have no fucking excuses. But The Martian, what a movie!
I love The Martian.
Very long time since I've seen it, because I saw it on HBO back in 2016 or maybe 2017. No, 2016 is when I saw it. It was during a barbecue. I think it was Labor Day weekend, 2016.
Oh
So
wow.
we're going on like almost 8 years since I've last seen this movie. But The Martian, it's gonna be interesting because I think I'm gonna see. I think we're in terms of like the version that's out online. I think is the extended cut. So we're gonna have to probably watch the extended cut. I think I have to look at it, but I think
I own the movie.
Oh, so I think maybe you might want to watch the extended cut just in case, because sometimes online between theatrical and it's on Disney Plus. Let me check if The Martian's on Disney Plus.
I was gonna say something too, like when we get to The Martian, it's gonna be my first time since I saw it in theater. So it's Victor.
It's not on Disney Plus.
I'm probably going into this one blind.
It's very good.
Jordy,
it's fantastic.
You are gonna love The Martian.
Also,
funny thing is, most of the films that most of you guys have picked, most of them I've went in blind. So
yeah. But,
now some of the movies I picked.
Damon.
Oh yes, guess what? Matt Damon is the movie, so we're visiting Matt Damon again. But it's better than Damon. It's better than Talented Mr. Ripley by far and away.
Actually, I agree.
It's a great movie. It's fucking.
It can be such a
phenomenal.
And you know what's another thing too? That's one of Simon Kinberg's best movies because he produced that shit. That's one of Simon Kinberg's best movies because Simon Kinberg is a great producer, shitty screenwriter. Anyway, The Martian is fantastic. We're gonna review that next week. Hopefully, I can get Jared on board. Probably will because he loves Ridley Scott. I think he's mentioned before he really loves Ridley Scott.
Yeah, he does.
And we'll play. And if he does, we'll play the game. What?
Okay,
what's going
he just
on?
sent. Oh, this Tanner, you son of a bitch!
What did he do now?
He put in a top 10 moments from the room.
Number 10. Everybody be
No.
Get out with this world.
I want to read this. But before I do that, I'm going to close my door first.
I saw that and I was just like, oh my God, Tanner, you're a genius.
Okay. Number 10. Everybody betray me. I'm fed up with this world.
What?
He's so boring.
Boy.
Oh, that's Lisa. He's so boring.
Did you know about this full of love?
Oh, that's that
Stop
one guy.
ganging up on me. Hi, Doggy.
Hi, Doggy.
Oh, hold on.
Hi, Doggy.
Here, oh, no. This was my quote. This ain't from the room. This is from my quote. Written by Tommy Wiseau, produced by Tommy Wiseau, directed by Tommy. Where's my money, Daddy?
Where's your fucking money, Daddy?
Where's my money, bitch? Show me the money. In a few minutes, bitch.
Oh, hi, Mark. And then, you ignorant sons of bitches! And what's this bullshit right here? Hold on.
This bullshit right here.
What's this?
No, I can't. Anyway.
Yeah, sex life Jordy will never get. Oh.
You keep insulting me. You won't be having a sex life anytime soon.
Oh, shut up.
I actually looked up that video for what you just played right there. I did not know it was a rap parody. Believe it or not.
I think it was some rap battle or something along the lines of
Yeah,
that.
hold on a second. I think I searched it earlier today. It was either on. Let's see.
All right, let me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So much.
Okay, Super Hot Fire, the rap battle parody full video, Deshaun Raw.
Oh.
And it was uploaded by Yoon, as in Yoon. Yoon.
Like Steven Yoon.
Yeah.
Like Steven Yoon. And Tanner, you are a
Actually, he's a bad butthole.
Another last joke. You use that every time, and the last episode's over, right before you return to television or ABC Studios, depending on the episode.
The Story of the Room coming soon in IMAX.
I would pay my hard-earned money to see that shit.
Oh my god. Anyway,
anyways, I'm gonna save you a ticket for you, Jordy.
Yeah, I will save a ticket for you too.
I
We're
will
done here.
send a ticket for you all. How you
We
doing?
done
Welcome
here.
to Chance to Go with the Winner.
Oh my god.
And you're gonna be forced to watch it with me.
I don't know what that is. That was Jerry Lewis doing a stereotype of the Asian, newscaster from Rockabye Baby. I'm telling you, Jerry Lewis, God rest his soul, was a legend. Just like Bruce Lee. But other than that, I think that's
done
it,
here.
right?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sweating so much.
We're done.
Okay.
We're done.
Folks, that is going to be it for episode 90 of the Popcorn Panel Podcast and the review of Enter the Dragon 1973. May rest in peace, Bruce Lee, because this was the first movie that was
John Saxon.
So, with that being said, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you missed your chance of the live chat, comment down below. Give us your thoughts and opinions. Also, be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that way you'll be notified when the David 3000 Network does an upload, premiere, or live stream at this at all times. Same goes for the Count, Bigger Divide, the Conqueror, William Braun, and yours truly, the Youngblood Outsider, Jordy Scout, aka James Legit. And with that being said, God bless you all. Have a great night and stay healthy for a better tomorrow. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta look to see if there's some aliens on the roof because about a Martian, as it were. So
that movie doesn't have aliens, though.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not. It's literally about Matt Damon trying to survive on Mars, and there's no aliens. It's just like a realistic thriller about him surviving on Mars.
And
there's
you know
no
how he could have
aliens in
survived
it.
on Mars?
Huh?
You know how he could have survived?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
If there were trees on Mars.
No, Jesus.
There were no trees in freaking
no
Mars.
trees.
How can there?
I said if there were.
Chop.
What the hell is that?
Can trees grow on fucking Mars when there's no freaking water on it?
Yeah.
They can't put water in it if they had to.
Oh, Jesus. I ain't enough for you. You two fighting too much. You two fighting too much.
That goes for it. Waverly,
just like Ice Age. Oh my God.
Oh,
Ice Age
fucking
5.
hell.
You're the one who did it. Like, you're fighting too much. And that's where you cue the Waverly Liberty promo.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, if you excuse me, no, I really
got
to find...
Hold on. How about you do it, Victor? Why don't you do it?
Do what?
The Waverly Liberty Mutual.
Waverly. There, are you happy?
Oh, no. William, did that look like that wasn't no enthusiasm right there?
I'm drenched. I'm sweaty.
Jordy, Victor needs to get out. He's fed up with your nonsense.
Get out! Get the fuck out! I'm channeling Lakeith Stanfield now. Get out!
Now, if you excuse me, though, I gotta plant some fucking potatoes and eat them and cook them.
You just said you had meatloaf.
You're gonna cook them on
you
ours?
just said you had meatloaf.
I know that.
You just said you had meatloaf.
I know.
Meatloaf, and now you're gonna make more potatoes?
Well, I love potatoes. What's wrong with potatoes?
Y'all make no sense. Good night, everybody.
Wait till he's on board!
Get off Rolf's property before Rolf gets his beating stick!